Hi, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I was cutting my hair, drying my hair. Yeah, just a crazy night. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Yes, I'm on camera. I was like, this is me. Just gonna be me. See anyone want to join me? The link. Copy to clipboard. Nothing wants to work tonight. Get there. Okay. Welcome. So you see the title, Clear Your Path, and I'm sure somebody wants to comment on that, but I was just thinking about that earlier today, and then kind of got a confirmation of it later. It's like your pathway that you're going to be walking. You want to clear it of all things that might make you stumble, loose rocks, just different things that might get in the way of your walk. So that's the title. Yay, Jeff and Heather.
We were coming. It was just taking me a minute.
We're all having issues. How are y'all doing?
Oh, good.
Good. Y'all all been chatting in chat. I hope.
What's that?
Y'all have all been chatting in chat.
We've not been very chatty in chat.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Saying we lost our camera. Can I see the front of it? All right. Give me a second here. Don't know why. Let me try this again. Blinking.
Nope.
Dinah first.
It was working just fine earlier. Yep, now it's blinking.
What are you having problems with?
I'm trying to show you something here. And
Make sure you're ready.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Awesome. Love it. Love
I
it.
still just have the plain background. I think I'm going to paint it in around her. But I see something else in this. Do you mind if I add my own artistic touch to this painting?
Add what you want.
Okay.
It's got to have your signature.
Oh,
Well, that.
it may be a wee bit more than a signature. But I'll send you
what
pictures first. Sure, you're okay with that.
It doesn't have to be exactly like what I sent you.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Well, that's good.
You're the artist.
I'm doing my best, though. Simply the best. I know she's got a different face than the other lady, but no matter how, I painted her face like 5 times now. And this is the best one. So I figured I'd better stop messing with it because I'm doing it in my oil paints just in case I messed up so I could, fix it while all the paint's still nice and wet. Plus, I love the glow that oil paints have,
Yeah.
And since you literally were the first person to commission a painting off of me in quite some time, I thought, you know what? I'm going to give her an oil painting.
Yay.
Well, I guess it's oil and acrylic, but you'll like it, I think.
Trying to get my pillows where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Anyway, pillows, behave.
Cool shit.
No. Well, it really grinds my gears.
Hi, Robert.
When inanimate objects don't pay attention to what you want them to do.
Robert. Oh, I know.
Hey, Robert.
Whoa.
And you can kick them and hit them, and they just don't listen. And you end up with a sore toe, usually.
True.
I seen you, Jeff and Heather. You said
No.
you said so and so. Be respectful. That dude,
Yeah.
I already booted him.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do my job for once.
He was gone, man.
I already had
And
You know, I'm just gonna do like I feel, man. They don't like it, they can tell me, right? I don't care, man. I don't care. I know who I know that shouldn't be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trust you.
Yeah.
So somebody was already causing trouble, huh?
Yeah.
Just being foolish.
Yep.
And I just don't understand why people feel the need to waste their energy in those manners. I mean, that's just like walking up to a vampire and saying, please drink me almost dry so we can do it again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, what? Wait a minute. Whoa,
Now,
whoa.
John said he got blocked out of Liberty.
We can't
Really?
see him in the chat on YouTube, but we can finally see him backstage.
yeah, we don't know what's.
And I
going
don't know
on.
what's going on with that.
So,
We've never blocked
Robert,
John.
how do you go through and from the people that are hidden from myself? Somehow, I have no idea. We've never ever had an issue.
Went way back to home, and then it's maybe identification, and I can't remember what it was. It was one of those. It's a button that you don't think it
on Google.
On YouTube, but it's a button that you don't think would be it, but it is it. Because I had to go through every one of them. Can't remember what. Oh,
You know that's his way of saying I don't freaking remember. We love you.
I just did what I needed to do. I know now. See, I can. You know who I can.
Something. It took me somewhere and I found it. Dang it.
Yep, I found it.
God.
I can't remember what I had to do.
You want to run somebody off, use nail polish remover. Phew.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Now I know why I quit polishing my nails.
Yo.
Yeah, the girls finally told me where they had it hid.
Wow. I'm gonna hit your supper.
When I found out about the formaldehyde, I quit using it. Any of it.
Oh, we already have so much in us. I don't even think we need to be embalmed.
Yeah, but I don't want to add to it on,
I understand. No red. There's one hand. Still working on that.
Anna, you should go visit her, even if she does have to stay at the vet. Just then she knows you love her. Give her a little boost up.
Will they let her this late?
Well, probably not this late. She's going to be there for a few days.
I just saw that. Sorry.
Go there in the morning.
Bless her heart. At least she came through the surgery okay. And
Yeah.
Yeah. We were thinking about you, that's for sure.
yes. So,
I was thinking about that poor little tutor.
Yeah, that's your little farter, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That don't sound good. What are you up to? Huh? You gonna say hi to everybody?
557.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's Edge.
Edge, huh?
Say hi. Say hi.
Hey, Edge.
Go on. They want to say hi. They want to see you. Hey, where have you been? 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 You won't jump up tonight. I don't know why. Come here. Just in your way. Chainsaw on your way.
that's
You get the chainsaw out of the way.
gone
Yep.
before now.
Chainsaw on your way.
Oh, my goodness.
What's that?
The vet said she would have been gone by night. Thank goodness she took her in. That's great. I mean,
Right on.
I can't see it very well, but
Hi, my daughter. My daughter's in chat.
Oh, we froze up.
Yeah.
Are we robotic?
yes. Hi, Anna. Hi, Pappy. I didn't say y'all's names. John, if he's still here.
That's a good idea. I got back.
Dorinda, was Dorinda in there?
Yeah,
Yes,
she was in there, I thought.
She was talking with John for a second.
I
Yeah.
might have started too late for her. I was
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to decide, should I make it for 8:30 or 9? And I don't know. I never know how long.
To sing the Jeopardy theme song?
Yeah. So is that what y'all are doing?
No, I try to fill the dead silence with little things while I wait for somebody to come up and save me and talk with me. It's always a really good conversation once somebody comes up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today was cool.
Well, there's usually so much to talk about. During LW, all I could think of was that song, 99 Red Loft Balloon.
Yeah. 99 red balloons go by.
Hey, now you guys saw it though tonight. You guys were all in Liberty.
I
You
see
see-
nothing.
Did you see how many rabbit holes these people are living in, man? Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All I could say was do your own research, man.
Yeah.
You got
It's hard. It's
I know, because I like, why are they doing? Maybe they haven't. I've studied a long time. You guys know who I know. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
Jeff?
Yeah.
That's real stuff. The people that I met and had the opportunity to interact with. Now all of a sudden there's these new people, and then all the new people are following these new quacks. You know,
Yeah.
they weren't here before. They weren't in existence until this shit started happening. Where did they come from? I don't understand that.
I'll tell you where.
Money. I don't know.
How does the wood work?
dead.
Wood work.
When somebody was out, they kind of jumped over.
When somebody was out, they kind of jumped over.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that in chat. And not tonight, but a while back.
And you mean jumping over the fence? On
Well,
the other side?
they just came to It's
Poke?
what do you call them? Internet junkies.
Yeah,
Um,
Intel junkies. Intel
Intel
junkies.
junkies.
junkies. Thank you. Yes.
They're not doing
And,
anything really mean, or they're just they're all
They just
yeah.
trying to get the next new bit of news,
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Just so
like a
they
rock
don't
hound.
yeah.
so they don't miss something while their regular is out. I
Right,
think
right.
is why.
They don't miss stopping and taking a breath.
the
No, I
girl
used to be that kind of person, so I get it. But
When we
Yeah.
first started, we didn't. But see, we're okay. We're being a newbie. We were feeling people out. That jumping around to feel people out to get the right spot to know
Mm-hmm.
who's really truly giving you truth,
Yeah.
and then we.
oh, look at where we found ourselves along the way.
Yeah,
Isn't that amazing?
I mean,
How we all have found, like,
we've listened to probably 20 or 30
well, heck, we found each other.
different
So
names,
that's pretty amazing.
and then like the most popular name, like everybody else, was Scott McKay,
Yeah.
Jacob.
As
Johnny-
soon as those guys started
Johnny-
talking about send me your
And
money,
this is all told before. This
we
is
will
about a year
see you
ago.
later.
This is a little after. It was a little bit before Mike, and then we hit with Mike because we were watching Tim Pool, Timcast IRL, and he does a lot of news. It's not that he doesn't. Well, then he started riding the fence more, and then he kind of pushed back, and so we just,
An amazing journey to go through.
it's been a ride, but still need to know also the
hey,
history.
folks. Please hit that like button and check out my merch page, and then yeah, everything will be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't forget the headbands.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
Hit the like button.
Get your T-shirts. I don't want to back order nothing. Come on, man. Funny.
I don't know. I don't really have a problem with them exchanging merchandise for money. I mean, you're trading a good, right?
Yeah.
But to say that you're doing this for this reason or that for that reason, and you have to be supported in donations, and you start telling people to reach into their pockets deep.
Oh, that
I'm
that-
out of here. See you later.
that really disgusted me
You
that
can
night.
get in line and take a number.
Haven't been back since.
Yep. That's tricky.
You insulted me. If I
Whoa,
wanted
I
this to go.
Didn't know I was muted. I was going to say, that sounds like this church I was going to. And they wanted us to sign a contract that we would pay so much a month in tithe. And I
There you
was,
go. There you go.
oh, not happening.
Yeah.
There you go.
You want me to do
You
what?
see why I quit going to church? I felt weird with the communion, and I felt weird even when the offering plate come around because I could only give a few bucks. Then they want you to tithe. I don't need to
10%
do
of
so
your
much.
earnings.
And I don't, how do you say that? How can you convey your feelings and things in a place where you don't feel right? It doesn't work.
Nope.
Pass the plate, put your tithings in here, and yeah, like you said, Bonnie, sign up with the church.
Yeah.
Money didn't matter. Maybe that would have been possible, but since it wasn't possible, all these feelings come in. It wasn't guilt. I think it was kind of like shame. Why is this?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, as a society, that's kind of what they do to you.
Right.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you about that. There was a Christian school in Canton. I was trying to get my GED,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to. In the contract, there was a contract they wanted me to sign. And I was like, okay, no big deal. But I didn't read it. And here, there's an exception, but I was supposed to attend church functions in order for them to give me a GED.
Right. We'll
I was
give
like,
it to you so
I didn't
long
know
as you
that, though,
follow along with all of our strings.
Came in on Monday, go to school, and she's like, where were you yesterday? At home. Well, you were supposed to be here for church. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's in your contract. I'm like, wait a minute here. It's your contract.
Good.
And I read it. I just looked right at her. I said, so you neglected to say anything to me about this? I even told her, I was like, boy, that's real Christian, deceiving somebody like that. I said, you might as well go ahead and rip that contract up because I'm not going to, hold to it. And she says, well, no, you have to abide by it. So it's like, oh, really? I said, where was it that I signed that I abide by it? And she picks it up. As soon as she picked it up, I took it and tore it right in half.
And that's when you say, my contract is with God. Do you want to take that up with him?
Well, yeah,
That's a good one.
Yep. I just couldn't get over it. You're a Christian academy that offers GED, and that's what you're going to require of them. And you didn't say anything about it. You just let it be what it was. And then questioned me. Where were you? What do you mean, where was I?
Well, but you shouldn't have signed a contract. That's another way they get us.
Yeah.
Is you shouldn't be signing contracts without reading them.
And that's not very Christian-like to say, hey, did you see this? And this is what's required of you. And this is, it's kind of a deception.
Yes.
If you're truly wanting to help somebody, you would let them know what they're getting into.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
No, I know.
Disclosure, full disclosure. But at the same time, that's why they tell you don't sign anything. I remember my dad telling me that.
True.
Don't you sign a damn thing, Heather, not until you've read it. Every bit of fine print.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
See, something put in your path. We had to clear it out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Mind, body, spirit.
Yep.
That's right.
Trifecta.
Dorinda's still awake. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was in here before waiting for you. I went back to painting my picture. And as you can see, I have the headphones on. So I'm like, what? And I looked up and I went, shit. I didn't have the headphones on my head. I had them laying on the desk.
It is quite all right.
You're missing everything.
I'm taking them off.
Oh, man.
I was running a little late.
Could have been inspired.
Better late than never.
Yes.
We were wondering about
You
you.
hear our charming voices, and all of a sudden you get this sporadic inspiration to paint an awesome painting.
Well, I was painting a picture with like rays of sunshine in it.
Cool.
Except I was kind of in a hurry and I didn't wait for the other layers underneath to dry. So it didn't work out like it was supposed to, so I'll have to fix it tomorrow.
Gray skies.
I wasn't too impressed with myself, so I'm like, yeah, just put it away right now because you're just going to make yourself crazy over it.
I'm finally tired.
Yeah, we were talking about how we get mad at what's it called? Inanimate objects.
Inanimate
Yeah.
Inanimate objects.
Those things that don't listen.
the things that go bump in the night.
Yes.
You know how many inanimate objects a day jump out in front of me so that I have bruises and bumps all over me?
That's the bumps in the night.
Yep.
Along with it. Ow! Oh,
All
God.
the living stuff just gets the
Oh.
heck out of my way.
I'm having issues with slivers. I only have 3 pairs of gloves. I always forget them at the house.
I think we lose more pairs of gloves per year than I don't even know what to compare that to.
Last
I got a
year you did
sliver.
good.
I got a
Before
sliver that
you
don't
did
look so good.
And that was the whole entire family. Kids
So
went through,
far, I've been
mitts and
pretty good with
gloves.
that.
We went through gloves. Jeez.
What disappears here is what the girls use. And that's, I'm running around the house. Where's my blow dryer? Where's the
Yes.
nail polish? Why you keep taking everything out of my bathroom?
Because, Mom, you're well prepared.
Because I was broke.
Hi, Anna. Hi, LHS.
You got everything.
Mm.
I don't know if you, Bonnie, I don't know if you saw the comments earlier from John LeClaire.
No, I did not.
Okay, well, they were earlier in the chat. You might want to check them out he comes on early, so you might want to come over early or something and chat with him or something next time.
John Sinclair?
Yeah.
I'll look at that because I actually have his email.
Well, that's good because I guess he's mad at Liberty Nation because they banned him or something. I don't know what happened. I don't care.
Of course, Anna. Come on up.
And so he said because Shane comes here, he's not coming or something. He's leaving or whatever.
Oh,
And
my goodness.
And I said, well, you don't have to leave because of Shane. Like, that's just stupid. But
Yes, it is. And don't make me choose.
My
You know
personal
where I'm
opinion.
choosing.
I did tell him he didn't have to leave, but he was adamant. So I'm like, okay, but I'll let Bonnie know.
He's like, out. I'm out.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. We keep this peaceful. We have our campfire burning.
That's right.
And we're smelling the good vibes and leave all that mess behind.
Yeah.
You want to join us? You're more than welcome. All of y'all.
Well, he hits the like button first, so.
But no problems.
Right.
I mean, no troublemaking.
We can't carry anything like that from channel to channel because every channel is so different. So you can't think that this channel is going to judge you like another channel does or has the same rules even that another channel does because it's not the same channel. It's not the same people.
Any trolls come in here, we'll turn Anna loose on them.
No, but I will say that my commitment is to them, and so I will defend them. I'm sorry.
Well, and I understand that, but that's what I'm saying is, you know, like you can't lay that on somebody else's shoulders.
Right.
The actions of one can't be laid on the shoulders of another.
Right. Don't bring it here to dump it on me.
Right.
Because it's not going to go good.
Yeah, could you? Well, you know, you can't go over there and say shit, and then go over there and say shit and get banned, and then come back over this way and say something about getting banned over there when that's your path. That's your path.
Yes.
You must have did something.
I'm giving you big hugs, Anna.
Thank you.
Love you. I was going to call you, and I was like, no, I don't want to.
Yeah, we were on the phone a lot today with vets. We were having a hard time finding one to get her into.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's Richmond.
But I'd like to thank everybody for their prayers and concerns for little Sage. She's quite the special little turd.
anytime.
She's got such a personality, you know, and with her bad legs and everything else, she still gets up on them and dances. And to see her at the point that she was at when we got her into someone that finally would see her. They even gave us the senior citizen discount. But
I'm sorry, I didn't see that you asked for the link.
she
Sorry about
she it was so bad. Her uterus was so infected so badly that her belly was extended, and when they opened her, the vet took pictures and everything to catalog it because he's never seen a dog survive that.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
poor baby.
Yeah, it was terrible. All of her innards were pushed up into her chest and everything, and that's why she couldn't stomach anything anymore. And I mean, she'd have to go potty, and I'd carry her out. She'd stand there, go potty, and just sit down and fall over. And he said
Aw.
that saddlebagging her that we did the other night may have been what saved her.
Yep.
So,
Wow.
they found an e-collar that would fit her. It's an e-collar for a kitten, and we just have to wait for her to regain her strength a little bit and start to walk, and she'll walk enough to go to the bathroom on her own and everything too. So then
Yeah.
she'll be able to come home. So I'll get to go see her while she's in there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
The other
Keep
dogs are
sending
really
her
feeling
love and
it and
light.
everything, but it they're missing a part of their pack, and she was kind of the leader, being the smallest one out of all of them. She was kind of the boss dog. But
You're the big
anyway,
mama.
Sounds
pretty
like
excited that she's doing good, and I know it was the prayers that helped. I definitely know that, and I'm giving a lot of thanks to God. So
amen.
in my heart, I'm praying for God to let her know that I'm with her, even if she's not here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
She'll
it
get
was
some rest.
pretty nice to find a vet that even is awake about things. That was
That's
pretty
good.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. He doesn't expect people to wear the face diaper or anything like that, but he wears one because he knows what's really going on.
Yeah. Hi, Pappy.
Well, hello there, everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
Pappy.
Pappy.
Isn't it wonderful that when you put out a call for healing, that things that need to be healed are brought up to be recognized and taken care of?
Really.
You know,
Yes.
when you don't direct the healing to one specific place and let it go where it needs to go, it it just spreads out to everybody that's listening. Like I mentioned the other day, you don't know. It could be somebody in here that needs to have healing or somebody they know that is passing through them to that person, you know.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't make any difference if that person's got 2 legs, 4 legs, 8 legs. It don't make no difference.
Somebody
Yep.
out there lives it.
Yep.
Let Creator make the decision as who needs what first, you know.
I love
Yes.
that. Yep. I know what you mean now. I see, said the blind man.
Yep.
Don't put limits on that which you ask for, because you know not what you will receive.
Right. Yep. That's beautiful.
Robert, you reminded me of the good job, grasshopper.
Yeah. Take a look at the title that you put on your show tonight. You put it on there for a reason.
Yes,
Really.
I did.
I didn't
You know,
even see it.
sometimes clearing the path means that you rise above it and see the destination, you know, and the destination's clear in your mind. The path that you take there is not necessarily going to be without challenges or twists or in turns, but you've got a clear idea in your mind's eye of what the what the destination is. So that can be part of clearing your path right there.
Yep. And I named it before I set it up before I even went to Heather's today. And when y'all were talking, I was like,
There's no coinkydinks.
I have to tell excuse me, LHS something. We did send a blanket along with her when we brought her in. She has a big fuzzy wolf blanket because we think that we tell her all the time she's as ferocious as a wolf. So that's her favorite blankie. And
Well, Anna, she's just a little bitty thing, right?
yeah, she is, but she's got the
Just take her
personality
in
of a 10-foot tall human,
take her in one of your bras and let her sleep in that.
I'll tell you what, this is kind of a funny story. When she was first brought to us, I ended up paying $100 to get my hands on her to give her a good home. She was kept in a crate in a basement as a little puppy with the rest of the puppies, and they were selling them for $100 a piece, and I knew who the people were. And I heard the story from the people that brought her here to have her checked out by my roommate, who was a veterinarian, because of her legs. And I said, I'll give you $100 for her right now, because I knew the heck that she came out of, and the people that had her. And anyway, to make a long story short, the first place that she decided was home was crawling in between my legs, where I sat Indian style on the couch like I normally do, and climbed and hid underneath my nightie gown. That was her hiding spot. She came right to me and decided I was Mama.
Yeah.
So,
saying hi, Mama.
yep. Yep. So my roommate, all the dogs in the house, including the one that is specifically her dog, if she goes to put her hand towards me and says, "My Mama," they all go after her.
Cute.
Yeah, they respond to the energy that they feel.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that you responded to the energy that little thing was sending you, so that you picked it up with whatever means you had. If that was $100 you had in your pocket, that's what it took.
Yep. And that's the only dog I have ever bought. I have never paid for a dog, ever. And I've always had pets almost all my life, but one of the things that got Judy she doesn't trust anybody. She doesn't make friends with anybody because she doesn't trust anybody. And I was living at an apartment complex for a little while, and she came through the door with her dog that didn't like anybody, didn't trust anybody. And when I went over to her and I said, "Oh, what a cute little boy." And he took to me right away. She said, "I already know you're okay." She says, "I want to be friends with you, I need to get to know you."
Well, and they do. They know who's good and who's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like
do.
attracts like, yeah.
Yeah, I would always trust the judgment of my dog.
Yeah.
May not be for me to do, but I trust my dog's opinion.
Yep.
That's what
sometimes I think animals can read us just by looking at us. So I would imagine, Anna, that when those dogs looked at you and they saw you throwing a frying pan at another man, but never saw you throwing a frying pan at a dog, they probably thought they were pretty safe.
I chased him with the frying pan. I was swinging it at him when it hit the door frame. He ducked just in time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm a person that has a pretty long fuse most of the time, can put up with a lot. I might say something once in a while in response that I tried watching my tongue, but I have a boiling point.
Well, I'm going to have to give you an Indian name now, Anna.
Uh-oh.
Frying Pan Ann. Best fried fry bread in the north.
or say in the trailer park. That'll fit.
Gotta
Suits
bring
her
that
though,
up.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm the only engine here.
No, you just tell those people I've always been here. I'm standing on my ancestors. I'm connected. You're the strangers.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little worked up out of another channel today when somebody brought up some words on natives, and I got a little. They even said my band. They said Chippewa, so I got a little fungled over that one.
Well, you know,
Held my
Robert brought
tongue
up
pretty good though.
one of the groups out there. What'd you call it, Robert? The Lost Tribe?
Yeah, the Ojibwa Lost Tribe. Mole.
Yeah. Well, you know, I might have a lineage from that, because more than once, you know, I've gone someplace with our family group, and you know, we found out that we were part of the Hakawi Indians. We would look around and say, "Where the heck are we?" So we're the Hakawi Indians. We were part of the Lost Tribe too.
For the Lost Tribe. I saw something about Lost Tribe yesterday.
It's in Mole Lake, Wisconsin. Mole Lake. Like the animal hole.
Robert, were we just talking about this recently, or did we both come across it in the same time frame?
Which one?
The Lost Tribes.
No, I learned there were Lost Tribes from my Potawatomi friend. That's Happy. That's the only tribe that kind of adopted me, because I fought for him. Fought with him, and I fought for him, and they knew it. And my friend, he's like almost a chief. He showed me a lot of respect, and then one day he was telling a story, and I was like, man, I can't remember that, you know. He was like, yeah, you backed the truck up, jumped out, kicked some ass, and told us all to get in the back of the truck, and off we went. I don't remember that.
Well, it wasn't important for you to remember. They did.
Yeah, they did. And it wasn't it wasn't until I got older that when I reunited with them. But you know, they acknowledged it. But you know, I was gonna ask you about this. I've searched for this knowledge for a long time, but you know what the big hindrance is, really? I know. I'm pretty sure you're aware of this. I know Anna is. Like the Chippewas and Lac du Flambeau, Mole Lake, Potawatomis, and God only knows where else. The drugs and this society crap has destroyed the people. The tribe is there. The elders are still going, but the kids and the younger folks are just gone with these drugs and shit, drinking and drugs.
Well, that's by design.
You know,
that is by design of any conqueror that comes in and takes over a country. They'll destroy it that way.
Yeah, it's like
once you teach the history out of the children, it goes lost, and so does the language, so does the culture, so does the tradition, so goes the medicine. But at some point in time, ancestrally, one or two of them will have a little switch flipped within them, and they'll be the ones that will carry it forward. It doesn't truly die.
Right.
It goes out of sight for a while. It sits and it germinates, and when the conditions are right, it will sprout again. I firmly believe that. That's why you see a resurgence of a lot of this in indigenous cultures around the world. That thought their stuff was lost. You know, just like Anna wanting to pick up her language again.
But yes, see what I mean? Yes, you know, see what I mean? Yes, yes.
You know, and what you mentioned about the picking up a bunch of people in the back of the truck and stuff, and you don't even remember it. You know, that's a prime example of not letting your right hand know what your left hand gave away.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't important, you know. It set things into motion that in their own time go full circle and do what they're supposed to do.
Right. They befriended me, and I befriended them, and the time came when I'm gonna stick up for you. You know, I don't care who you are.
Well, respect is earned, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Respect is given after only after a person is able to trust what they're seeing that person's actions show them. Then they'll get the respect. And when I'm talking about respect, I'm talking about respect in a familial way, you know, where you can say, we're connected spiritually as brothers, not respect because I respect you because you're more powerful than I am, or you're, you're a worthy, you're an opponent that's gonna beat us in. I'm not talking about that kind of respect.
Mm-hmm.
One
Nope.
respect will die for you, the other will not.
The Potawatomis took me to Spirit Lake one time, and they're like, hardly nobody sees this. I was like, man, I'm honored, man. Really, most preserved lake you ever see, Spirit Lake. That's cool.
Well, you know,
I
by
never
them
seen a
taking
little
you in,
girl.
that's very similar to how people got adopted into other people's cultures. In other words, accepted as one of their extended family, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't offered to just anybody.
Right.
I think the Menominee were up in that area too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nominee.
Yeah, they're not far from me.
Right.
Anna, do you ever go up and do any harvesting of the wild rice?
No, and as a matter of fact, I actually have tribal land um up on Lake Superior that is wild rice land.
Yeah, because
I've never
that's one of the sacred plants of your people.
Yeah, I have a friend that goes up to White Earth and gathers, and he's actually told me that if I would like to go with him and do that, he would love to have me do that with him.
Yeah, from what I understand, there's a whole ceremony and traditions that go with that.
Yep. Special
That's
boat.
yeah, that's
Yes.
traditionally done from the canoe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
special built canoe.
He has a wide canoe actually, but yeah, White Earth is up in northern Minnesota.
Yeah.
I like how you say Minnesota.
He goes up there and goes hunting too, and where he goes, there's an island in the middle of a lake. You should hear some of his Squatch stories and some of his UFO stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
there's
kind of girl.
quite a bit of that happens up there by what's it called? It's
Hello, North
northwest
Carolina
of
girl.
Duluth, Cloquet.
Somebody's down there.
Well, that's up in the area that they know that Sabe lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Pretty
Jenny.
interesting
Oh,
stories.
you're fine. You're all right.
Pretty interesting stories he has.
Hi, North Carolina girl.
Hello, NC girl.
You staying warm down there in the Carolinas?
Who's in the Carolinas?
North Carolina girl, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blue. There you go.
Lisa too. Oh, did you notice that? What's her name? Crystal sounds kind of like Lisa.
Yeah, they got that southern, both of them.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
in that deeper voice.
You guys would have laughed if you'd have heard it tonight. My roommate's little dog. It's part Schnauzer, part Shih Tzu. It's one that we birthed. Anyway, she she started talking to me. She has her own little conversation. And it's just like she's asking questions and everything, and she gets like that little emphasis at the end of the like her and like and she wants you to talk back to her and she'll keep talking to you. It's so funny, but I know that she was looking for Sage because she was up on Sage's pillow and she's all over and running around the house and she go
Aw.
Yeah. Wanting
so
to
I
know
had to
where
comfort
Kate
her.
was.
Yep, those two. Oh my goodness.
Did you
Just
explain
silly.
it to her?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course you did.
I did. I talked to her about it. We all did. Me and Judy talked to all the dogs about it, and they all came over and sat by me and sat by Sage's spot and everything when we came back home. And we've had so many rescues in and out of our house, and had some that we've kept. We always keep the ones that are special needs that would be not adoptable, more or less. And when one goes that has to be put down or whatever because it's time, whatever. Well, most of the time they live out their life to pretty good old age with us. But when one doesn't come home, they all think the worst right away now. I don't think they're realizing because the last few that have gone out they haven't come back. I think they're kind of wondering about Sage because they have tears in their eyes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
animals mourn too.
Yep.
They do.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they do.
They know. I think they're closer to realizing, how the full circle of life works. As part of the natural cycle.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're connected too. That's why they're just furry people, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, yeah. That speak a different language.
Mhm.
I look at them like a gathering of spirits because I read that once. A gathering of spirits who wanted to come down here now. They didn't want to wait to become fully human. That's what I read that.
Mhm.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about Edge. He's all my dogs in one. I can't. I don't believe. See, I was once a guy who I don't believe I'd even be saying that, but it's obvious. It's not true. It's totally obvious. It makes a big difference.
It's obvious for those who are paying attention.
Yeah, I get goosebumps.
I know for us, I think uh, all the pets that we've had have chosen us.
Yeah.
What a privilege, right?
You see, I got Edge just like you're talking about, Anna. I was fostering and fostering. 27 times I fostered puppies. And then Edge was unadoptable, so it could have been was $4,000 vet bill. But they dropped that, and I had the rescue pull Edge and give him to me to take care of. And then I just felt, we fell for each other, man. So that's how I kept him.
Yeah.
So I can't adopt
You
no
know,
more. I'm going to focus
and
all
that,
my money, all my energy on Edge.
Mhm.
That's what's called a foster fail.
I know. Yeah.
But this brings up an interesting point. Some people some people are called just by their demeanor and their makeup to be at a couple of places during a living thing's life, either at the birthing time or at the crossing time. And if you stop and think about those two times, those are the most sacred times in any living organism's time in the material plane. The
Yeah.
time they're born into it and the time they leave it. And those people that support the birthing and those people that take care of those that are crossing, the work that they do is some of the most profound medicine work that I've ever been involved in. And I've been involved in both ends of that myself. But, you know, to be there, to be able to help a spirit transition from the material back into spirit and do it, you know, in a way that the transition goes smoothly. Okay, it's a wonderful thing to participate in. Once you get over the human feelings that you have, you know, the loss and material loss and things of that nature. But just think of that, you know, the joy of bringing new life in, and the joy of returning that life that's been well spent and well used back to another rebirthing process.
Yep.
You know, people that get involved in that and have experienced that will know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I healed Ed. As I healed Ed,
Miracle.
he healed me as well.
Yeah,
The
you give and you
transition.
receive. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been proven time and time again. And I always say it in my healing. You send out healing energy through you, you're receiving at the same time.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's just the way it is.
When I got my dog Millie, the Chiweenie, she had what was wrong with her when I got her was the same thing that Sage went in for. And Millie had to be in, I think, 3 days before she got to come to me. I actually got her in that condition and had brought her to a vet and had her taken care of and everything, hoping that she would survive and everything. And she's just been my stick tight ever since her and I first met eyes when she was so sick. She just looked at me and wanted me and wouldn't let anybody else touch her. And I really believe that God put these little creatures here for me, for a reason I don't totally understand, but they bring me such love and I love them so much.
I'm
They
waiting
bring
for
out the good side of
a
me.
puppy to wander back into our lives.
Are ya?
Mhm.
Don't
And when I
cry.
say puppy, I literally mean a dog of any age. They're all puppies to me.
That's the one that I actually, one of them that I actually got, the first one in many years that I got was a goofy red, well, they call him apricot poodle. He was so silly. He lived to be 18 years old before he had cancer and had to be put down. He was such a funny dude.
Jeff and Heather, remember what Pappy said? Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying, you know, when I know when the time is right,
Yep. When it's
Right.
time.
it will happen because that's how it happens for us.
Open the
And there
door.
are certain. I want to tell you something. Any animal that's like, we had this cat named Diane. I named her Diana, and because I wanted her to be a good hunter, and I wanted her to be friendly with Dash, and she come up out of the woods one day, and I looked at her, and I mean there wasn't anything special about her, but there was something special about her, and at the time we were all still in the main house on the property, we um, and that cat. She stuck with me through the winter. I'd come home every day from the paper route. She'd climb up in the Jeep with me and warm up for a few minutes, and she loved Dash, and she would lay up against him and stuff. And, you know, I was mom, so I got to help her bring all of her babies into the world. But she was remarkable when she came to us. And the one thing that every animal that's come to us in the last decade at least has been, they all want to come up and drink out of my coffee cup. No other animal will. I'm not kidding you. Dash did it. Diana did it. Pillow, when I first found him, the only thing I had in the car with me to give him and his sister to drink was my coffee. So I put some in the lid of my coffee cup, and Pillow drank my coffee, and Pawpaw would not.
Well, the only time that I've ever seen one of my cats try to drink out of my coffee, they try to dip in it with their paw and then lick it from their paw. Now, I know what they bury with their paws.
Yeah,
right.
So that was a no-no after that, because I got this thing about digging clay out of my teeth.
Poor Sam.
No, it's just always been, I don't know what it is. When we went to meet Dash, it was meeting him and his brother, and they had been rescued, and it was deciding basically which one was going to come home with us, or if they were, either one of them were you know, just compatible with us, right? And we went down and we spent the day, and I tell you what, the first time I set my coffee on the ground, Dash walked up, he looked up at me, he looked down at my coffee cup, he looked up at me, put his nose in it, took a big slug of it. He never drank my coffee any other time in his life, except for the day that he came home with us.
Wow.
The same with the cats. Neither one of them have tried to, well, Diana did occasionally, like to try and stick her face in my coffee cup. But for the most part, it's been that one time, and then never again, you know. But it's like the, here's your sign.
I'm not laughing at your story. I'm reading the chat between LHS and North Carolina girl.
kissing the
It was
frog.
so funny. North Carolina girl has a way with animals also. She said she once put Vaseline on a frog's toe. So I was thinking about that, and then here comes LHS. She asked if she kissed the frog too. You gals are driving me crazy over here.
And no, that was later in life.
Well, I hope he turned into a prince,
Yeah.
and not just some charming bloke.
Sam, North Carolina girl waterproofing a frog's foot.
That's right.
We used to use
So one of the
Vaseline
first things
on our
I taught
farm
Raina
food.
was to
What's
make
that?
sure her hands were wet before she handled frogs or toads or salamanders. So she's known that since she was wee little, and she's always given it a lot of respect to not handle any amphibious life without having her hands wet, because the oils in your skin act like acid on their skin.
Yeah.
So she washes her hands a lot. Spring and fall.
She keeps a bucket out there to put her hands
Yeah.
in.
And she has a bucket that's on spare.
Yeah.
She loves her frogs and salamanders.
Yeah, that's what she said. A lot of frogs.
Whoa, my neighbors already have their Christmas lights out on their porch.
And they're on?
Yep.
Wow.
Thanksgiving first, please. I know it's not really what some think, but still,
It's what you intended to be.
what I exactly.
Remembrance Day first.
Hey, man, I'm glad my stepbrother called me today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's his birthday, my son's birthday, and Edge's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Day.
Nice reminder.
Wow.
Well,
It's
you're
like-
gonna be busy baking a lot of cakes.
It's like tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's my birthday. I was like, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder because it's the same as my son's and Edge's.
Well, a happy
Well,
birthday for tomorrow.
Edge will be 3 years old.
Cake wherever you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Edge is 3 years old tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow.
Get that boy a puppuccino.
Yeah. A treat tomorrow, son. Yes. Everybody talking about you. You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy.
Today is my
North
youngest.
Carolina kissed a frog later in life.
Hi.
Yo,
Hello,
Vic.
Victor.
Hi, Victor.
Hi, Victor.
Hey, Victor.
Hey, Victor.
Hey, Victor, this is your chance. Dress up like a frog. One of them gals was going to chase you in chat.
Yeah.
You know, Vaseline is
Cover your
healing.
toes.
You chase you around with Vaseline.
Oh my God! Don't go there, Robin.
Oh, my God.
I had to say
Catch the frog, catch the frog.
You're showing the wild side there, Robert.
that. Somebody had to say it.
Next we'll have Dorinda pole dancing.
I don't think so.
Did you work today, Dorinda?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Putting up fake Christmas trees.
Oh, they got it all set up on the far side. I don't care. I rarely go there.
Use the grocery side.
Frank,
Yeah.
hey, Frankie. Stick around, man. I don't like you walking around in the woods tonight.
I had to go to Walmart with my roommate. We had some errands to run around town, but that's where she has to get her prescriptions. It's the only place that they okayed with the insurance she has. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. They had all the live Christmas trees lined up outside already. Ones in the pots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those poor trees.
That's what I
I was
buy.
like, it was so warm out too. It was almost 70 degrees.
Were those the ones that were already cut?
They're the potted ones that you water, the live ones.
Oh, okay.
I bought one last year. Brought it home, planted out here in the woods.
Here, you want to
Yeah,
do
you bring
something
it
to
home
feel
and
good
you cut
about
the bottom
season?
off, and look, you just cut down your Christmas tree.
Here's what you do. You want to feel good about this at the end of the season is you keep that tree alive. And at the end of the and come springtime, you plant it. And if you're really good and you got just enough money saved up, right after Christmas, you can buy those trees
Almost
at Tractor Supply for like $5 a piece.
Sometimes
just
even cheaper.
Put them in a greenhouse with some rooting compound. Let them sit there until spring thaw. Pop them in the ground, and they love it.
Yep. That's what I did.
And it's the cheapest you're going to get those trees.
Yeah, that big.
Yeah, that's better than getting a little seedling thing.
Here it's cedar, and I'm allergic to cedar, so we have fake tree.
You guys use cedar trees as Christmas trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
What's different for every area of the country?
Yeah.
I guess so.
We
Ours
usually
is
use
pine.
what's that one called? It's a long needle.
Ours is pine.
Fir
Yeah.
or spruce? We have a lot.
We use the two different.
Spruce
two to
is
three
more
different
common
types.
around here, but yeah.
I remember the long. Yeah, we usually. It's like a combination between like the fir, blue spruce, and there's another short one. It's a little fuller.
Yeah,
That's
we can go to a nursery or the store and buy one of those for a fortune, or go cut down a cedar tree because they're everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're about $30 to $35, 6 foot.
It's way more than that here. I guess they ship them down here from y'all.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, well,
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting tidbit for you. Now you're talking about evergreens. You know how I talk about the 4 sacred herbs that the Native Americans believe in. Cedar is one of them. It's not the cedar probably that most of you are thinking about. The red juniper that has a sweet smelling wood and everything. The
Right.
cedar that they hold sacred is called flat cedar, and are also known as white cedar. They can grow into a pretty good sized tree up north. But that family of trees um, was one of the ones that when uh, the colonialists first got over here, and they were suffering from scurvy and stuff of this nature, that the Native Americans taught them about. Well, we call it pine needle tea now. White pine does have some of the attributes that I'm going to be talking about. But if you go into your gardening center, and this time of year around Christmas time, you'll see the little potted plants of evergreens, and they sometimes decorate them as little Christmas trees and stuff. And the name of it is called arborvitae, and they're commonly sold as a landscape plant. That's
Yep.
actually a white cedar. That's one of the sacred plants on the Native Americans. Well, arborvitae is the Latin name that was given to them. Do you know what it means?
No.
Arbor means tree. Vitae, Vitae,
Life.
life, tree of life.
Really?
Yep, arborvitae.
Wow, that's cool.
I know where Arborvitae Lake is, but Minocqua. Right, Anna?
Pardon?
Yep, so I've got plenty of sacred cedar in my yard just by buying arborvitae plants.
Nice.
It's hard to say. Arborvitae Lake
Arborvitae.
is by Minocqua.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been there. Snowmobiling.
I don't think ours is the same cedar. It seems like somebody said that these were brought by the Germans when they settled.
Yeah, they were just the ones that are sold for landscaping. They come in various different growth patterns. Some will grow up like little trees, and others will grow more bushy and stuff like that. But that's all in how they were, how they were bred to get the different varieties. You know what I'm saying? And some of them were tinged in yellow, or different colors of stuff. But the plain arborvitae, if you look at the way that the leaves grow on one of those, the little branches will grow out, and it'll come out in the shape almost like a flat fan. And it'll and you look at them, and they're like you're looking at the edge of a hand. But if you pull the branch down, it spreads out just like a fan, and the needles are flat on it.
Flat.
Where my grandpa and grandma lived up in Minnesota, little town called Bacchus. They bought a place just outside of town. And
Sorry.
even in the summertime, in the middle of July, you could go in amongst the cedars that grew behind their house, put a shovel in the ground, and you would still find frost.
Yeah.
They were so thick in there.
Just like an insulation.
Yeah, it was amazing. I couldn't believe that.
Hi, Gigi.
Hey, Gigi.
I don't know. Ours, they grow these little berry-looking things on them, and they catch on fire easily. Usually, if we have bad fires, it's the cedar that's burning. But at a certain time of year, they explode, and so it's this white cloud of cedar And that's when me and the girls are just sneezing and wheezing, and it's horrible.
I'll tell you
I'm
one of
like,
the plants that I love down in your area, Bonnie, and that's the mesquite tree.
Yes, there's some of those. And to the east, we have pine trees. I forgot about them. Towards Louisiana.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Anna.
Oh no, that's all right.
is that us? Echoing.
I don't think so.
Are we echoing?
I didn't hear anything.
I don't hear an echo.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything either.
I just didn't want to hurt anybody's ears.
Some plates for a Wheel of Fortune game.
That sound you hear is Dorinda chewing while she's thinking about it. What we're being
Yeah, I'm eating cheesy pretzels.
Always with the food.
Wheel of Fortune. I can't remember which one. Oh, my mother watches that every day.
Actually, this would be more like Hollywood Squares.
I don't remember the theme song for that one.
I don't either. I think Gigi does.
I was a big Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune fan when I was younger. I loved watching Jeopardy.
Yep, my mother watches that too every day. I cannot call when Wheel of Fortune is on or Jeopardy.
Well, see, that's just plain good sense. I'm just messing.
Yeah,
Well, gotta keep that brain strong.
Gigi's been trying to get 8 people on her panel to play Hollywood Squares. The Brady Bunch.
We get so carried away when we're on Gigi's. We don't ever stay on subject.
This is very true.
That's them floating
Very
balloons I talked about earlier today.
Because I have 6 kids, everybody always called them the Bonnie Bunch.
Well, I guess
Sounds right.
that'd be the name for your game show then, the Bonnie Bunch.
Guess it was 3 boys, 3 girls.
Oh, wow.
Oh, by the
Just
way,
can't make it up.
I wanted to mention to you, Bonnie, you know the picture of the campfire that you posted as
Yes,
your
sir.
thumbnail for the upcoming show? Did you look at it real close?
As close as I could. I see that it's not this area.
Well, you know, the campfire, right? And what is it, a campfire on a beach?
No, it's got trees behind it.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then the
campfire.
stars.
Yeah. Did you see the faces in the fire?
No.
Hey, go look.
Uh-oh.
It caught my eye as soon as I saw it. I looked at it and says, "Oh!" I did a double take like Robert did with his raindrop.
Hey, you know what else made me do that, Pappy? I watched Mother Maple, that video of Grandmother Maple.
Yeah.
When it first started, I'm telling you, brother, I swear I could see a woman image in that tree.
Oh yeah.
I didn't watch the video, but when it first starts, when you show the tree, I swear I could see an older woman in the tree.
You know, she
Wow.
spanked me. She spanked me pretty hard.
Huh.
I'll tell you the story behind that. I've always called her grandmother Maple because she is huge.
Yeah.
If we had three of us touching our arms together, I don't think we could three of us could touch fingers around that gal's trunk.
Wow.
But at any rate, when I first moved here in 1999, there was a swimming pool that was in that backyard where my sacred circle is now.
Yeah.
And grandmother had a huge limb that grew out right over top of that swimming pool. And so I decided that I was going to go up there because, constantly leaves in the swimming pool and stuff like that, So I got up there on the ladder with my chainsaw and I'm going to cut that limb down. Well, that limb was probably about 10 inches in diameter. Okay, so I'm at the top of my 20-foot ladder with a chainsaw reaching around one of her trunks up there. And so I cut the limb, and the limb was so long that it came down, and the tip of it was on the ground, but the butt end was still attached to the tree with a little bit of wood. So I took that chainsaw in one hand, reached around the trunk, and I trimmed that little piece of wood. And when I did, that limb slid to the side around the trunk and hit the tip of the ladder I was standing on. And of course, the ladder went one way, and me and the chainsaw started heading for the ground. And so I gave the chainsaw a fling, and I ended up dropping 20 feet. At that time, I lived in this house by myself. I dropped down 20 feet to the ground and broke my heel bone, the hardest bone in your body. I broke it clean.
Wow.
And so I had end up hobbling. I had a stick out there, so I used a stick as a crutch and hobbled into the house and hopped myself out to my car and headed to the emergency room. And the whole time I'm down there waiting for the doctor to come in after the X-rays and everything like that. I'm giving my heel Reiki. I'm just for the pain. And he told me, he said, this is going to be a life-changing injury for you at your age, because I can't do any weight bearing on it or anything, he told me 12 to 16 weeks.
Yeah.
So anyways, the next day, I've got my foot all up you got it in a gel cast and stuff of that nature, because the swelling hasn't gone down yet. They can't put a cast on it or anything. So I get home and I knew exactly what I needed to do. I hobbled back out to grandmother and apologized to her because I had not explained what it was that I wanted to do and what my intent was. So she spanked me. It was like the image of my bear right there with a footprint on its ass.
Yeah.
When I started cutting that limb off, grandmother said, "You just did what?"
Wow.
I swear.
So there's a story behind that grandmother. That grandmother there, she stood strong for all these years, even with the hurricanes coming through here. She's
She's strong.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So anyways, I had a story that went along with that too. Sorry if I broke Anna out of here.
That's cool. That's funny. I was going to tell you that before, but I've always forgot to tell you. That tripped me out.
She's definitely the matriarch of Aquania,
Yeah. Yep.
I lost Anna. I don't know what I did with Anna. Hopefully I didn't.
I thought I bounced her out. Sorry, Anna.
Well, I was trying to see how to put that picture up, but I cannot see any faces in it.
You got to see it full size.
And that's what I'm looking at it where I got it.
I see.
Okay.
I see two. I see a large face in the top of the flames, and I see another face about 2/3 of the way down to where it starts burning.
And don't tell me that's a hand sticking up. So
Well,
is that
you may see other things. You're sitting at a different spot around the campfire.
It's not a person on fire.
There you go. That's funny. I like that.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa.
What are you doing? Cremations down there?
No.
Hey, Lisa.
I see a puppy dog beside the fire, like the big flame and then the little flame beside it. I see a puppy dog.
I can't see the picture, so.
Oh no, another sick.
No, the point I'm trying to make, you chose that for a reason, and obviously, there's spirit within it.
Well, I hope it's good.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I didn't get any bad feelings from it.
Oh, okay. Good.
I know it was burning high enough that I wouldn't want to stand too close with my hairy legs, but I might throw a marshmallow its way.
Yeah. There was one on a beach, and I started to, and then I was like, I like this one better with the stars and all that. So,
Oh, Lisa's in chat, and she's got a sick doggy too.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm really worried about our animals. It seems to be a giant influx of sick animals or losing pets all over the place, even among people who aren't Jabberdude.
Well,
Yeah.
they're sensitive to energies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going through the same changes we are in a different way.
True, I hadn't thought about that, Pappy.
Yeah. I have a really old dog, and he's got 3 legs, and
Good night, Anna.
All right, Anna. Have a good night.
I'm sorry, Anna.
Night, hon.
Good night.
I'm stepping down too, you guys. Have a good night.
Good
You
night,
too, Dorinda.
Dorinda.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you for
Dorinda.
coming.
Night, Anna. Good
Yay.
night.
Love y'all. But he's like 13, and I keep worrying. He's got some issues. He's on pills.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to have some kind of a running water for them. Because I guess it's the mosquitoes. Well, just give them heartworm medicine once a month and should take care of it. But
Well,
Hey.
have you thought about one of those the water container that has the like gallon jug or 5 gallons or whatever, and it just drips only enough into the water tray to fill the water tray?
yeah, I've got one of those.
Make you a little pond. That's what we did. We had a little. You can bury a little plastic, even a little plastic bathtub, and then you put mosquito
Good
fish.
idea.
Put mosquito fish in there, and mosquitoes won't live.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, they eat the mosquito larvae.
Mosquito fish.
Mosquito. Yeah, like little minnows.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, that's
And then
a good
there's a place
idea.
for your cats and dogs to drink from. Put a little
Yeah.
fountain in it or build a fountain on it.
They make
Well, if you get those little ponds and stuff growing, or the little tubs and stuff like you're talking about,
Yeah.
and if they get a crop of mosquitoes up there, keep your eyes open because you may see that the damselflies will come in and start feeding on those mosquitoes too.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we had. Pappy, I seen a red dragonfly. The first one I got a picture of it. First one I ever seen in my whole lifetime.
They come in a lot of different colors, you know.
Yeah, I've never seen a pure red one. It was red. I got a picture. It's beautiful.
I had one.
Saw my
Ryan,
first red one last year.
Really?
Good and blue,
reds
iridescent.
and blues and iridescent golds and
Yeah.
Wisconsin has big ones.
Green. Yeah.
shimmery green.
And
there's
Those are
a-
my favorite
The
ones.
shimmery green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
You
have like an iridescent blue to it too.
They're gorgeous.
You can buy some drops, Bonnie, at the at most vet and animal stores that you can put into the water. It's called chlorine dioxide, and
Yeah.
it's you add it to the water. Lots of times they'll give it to keep the breath fresh and stuff like that in the drinking water because it kills bacteria and that sort of stuff, and it also discourages uh, the mosquito larvae from hatching. You have to. It only takes I don't know something like 8 drops per gallon or something is all you need. It's a concentrate. But that's
You
even
can get
safe.
that right in your camping section.
Yeah, and it's a water purifier. Yeah, it's safe for
chlorine.
human. Chlorine dioxide.
That.
It's safe for human consumption as well. So and that's one of the things that people have been talking about on various different channels that's also effective against the CV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was potassium iodide.
Well, that's a good water pure. No, potassium iodide is what you would want to take if you're protecting your thyroid against radiation.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Now, potassium iodine, that's a water purifier. Also, the iodine tablets. I drank many a canteen full of that in Vietnam because it was a anti-malarial. It makes your water look like it's got rust in it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's kind of funny is that so a lot of the old things that they used to use, they replaced them with other things. For the longest time, it used to be iodine that we got dabbed all over our fingers and we got cuts. And then they stopped using the iodine and come out with the thing that was called thimerosal. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a fluorescent red almost. Well, you don't find that around too much anymore because that had mercury in it.
That's
But
what
they didn't want us using iodine because it was like a natural thing that could be utilized on our bodies. The chemical people wanted to get involved.
Yep.
Oh,
Grew up with monkey blood.
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Chimera.
what we called it.
Now they use betadine. So
Yeah.
Yep.
which is it's still a combination, but it has the dine in it, the iodine in it. That's why it has that deep brown color.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were young, they didn't have all the sprays and stuff. All they had was. I remember. They said, "Hey, you got some iodine? What for?" I cut my finger. Well, I got some of this. I bought. My mom used to use iodine on me.
Yeah. That's
No,
what we
Robert, you're lucky you weren't around my grandfather because his remedy for everything was to take the cut of Red Man out of his cheek and stick it on your nail hole or whatever you got cut.
Yes, that too. Yep.
Yeah, slap chewing tobacco on it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Didn't matter what it was.
Well, the nicotine killed a lot of bacteria and stuff, and so did the salivas in the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what they were talking about earlier with the Vaseline's healing too.
Yes.
Well, when I was working on cars, I was just, oh, that cut looks pretty bad. No, I'll just smear some axle grease on it. It'll be all right.
Well,
I'm gonna let you spy on my wife.
No.
Hello, Mrs.
hi,
Pappy.
Mrs. Happy.
She's wrapping the
Hi,
cord up for
Hummingbird.
her laptop. Turn around
We're
and give him that big
beautiful
lion smile.
bunch.
Hon.
That's
Penny,
Mama
I-
Bear.
Penny,
Hi,
I-
Mama Bear.
Hi. How cute.
You know why I giggle and laugh all the time. That's my Hawaiian girl right there.
Awesome.
Right on.
That's good.
She's got a voice you can hear from one island to another.
Aw.
How else would you know when dinner was ready?
Yeah.
I keep telling her, you don't need to use your airport voice.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well, she's a good girl. We actually have an Oprah story.
Really?
You guys are learning more about me than I've told anybody else.
Did you say
Nancy and I were remarried in 2006 after 27 years of divorce.
wow?
And as a matter of fact, I just told the story a little earlier when I broke my heel bone.
Yeah.
Well, when I broke my heel bone, I couldn't work. And I happened to get a registered letter in the mail from somebody by the name of Arlene. I says, that's my mother's name. And then I looked at the last name and says, oh my God, that's my youngest daughter who I hadn't seen in like forever.
Oh my
Because they
goodness.
stayed with a mama.
Wow.
They wanted to get reconnected. So, broken foot and all, gel cast and everything. That weekend, the same weekend that I broke my heel bone, I was in my Ford Explorer and I was driving from southeastern Massachusetts to western Connecticut to meet up with my daughters. Okay, so I get up there, I get out of the vehicle, and I'm on crutches.
Ugh,
And who walks out of the house but my
Mom.
ex-wife?
Oh my goodness.
And I couldn't run away if I wanted to. So I was fully prepared to take one on the chin. I mean, I was fully prepared, you know. And she came up, said hello, threw her arms around me, squeezed me so hard I thought she was going to pop my head off top of my shoulders.
Oh.
So I had her come to find out, she had divorced her husband and was living with the two girls. They were all three of them living together in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so we started dating again. And we dated for 3 years and then got remarried in my mother's backyard. And we had a luau powwow wedding.
Wow.
Awesome.
That to be neat.
Oh, but that was
I proposed to her in a Native American way by presenting her a blanket. And if we did the blanket ceremony, and in the blanket ceremony, when you gift a blanket to a woman, if she puts it around her shoulders, she's accepting you.
Right.
And she not only put it around her, she put it around her shoulders, and both of my daughters got underneath the blanket with mom.
Oh.
So and then she answered my proposal by doing and I didn't know she could do it. My wife knows how to do the hula because she's from Hawaii.
wow.
She answered in Hawaiian dance.
That is awesome.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we got married in my mom's backyard, and I was standing on my bearskin robe, and she was standing on a deerskin in her her Hawaiian getup, if you will, in a pair of white moccasins that I had made her, brand new pair of white moccasins.
Wow.
So that's been 15 years ago now, almost 16.
That is great.
So she's a good girl. She keeps me around twice. Yeah, she's worth keeping.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think any of my exes would come back around.
No, I joke with Jeff about that all the time because there were so many different places that he and I both lived in the same time frames within miles of each other and never knew each other. And as much as I love him now, I wasn't the same person then. And
Yeah.
so I said, you may not have been in love. You may not have fallen in love with me back then because I wasn't the same person that I am now.
Isn't it funny how
Everything has its right time.
you know every one of you have met my wife. You know how you've met her?
No.
How many of you have eaten a Mounds candy bar
Oh,
or an
yeah.
almond joy?
Mounds is my favorite.
Sometimes you feel
Yep.
like I'm it.
She worked
Sometimes
for Peter.
One
She
dark
worked for
chocolate.
Peter. She worked for Peter, Paul, and Hershey for 21 years making those candy bars.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Wow, that's weird.
She was my favorite person ever when I was a kid.
Yep.
I didn't even know it.
Gets
That
to be
is
the
great.
whole world, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Corleen doesn't even ask me what kind of candy bar I want. You want a candy bar? If I say yes or no, she knows exactly to get me a Mounds.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the same person I was 4 years ago. Thank
And
goodness.
isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
We better all hope that we're different tomorrow than we are today.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're stagnant water. Stagnant water breeds mosquitoes.
Yep.
yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes them.
Me and Heather had a talk after her show this morning, and it was like we felt like air. It was so light. That was a good feeling.
That's good.
It was helium. Pappy's our helium.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
He was talking about helium. It's what it felt like. It was.
We're gonna have to do that when Gigi gets back up on the line in her own shows and stuff. We're gonna all have to show up one night with a balloon full of helium and all breathe in the helium at the same time so we can talk to each other.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
We'll sing the chipmunk songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a
I
tank in
used-
the garage. Probably empty though. I don't know.
I'll have to refresh myself on the chipmunk songs.
Yeah, I don't know the words. I just know the tune.
Any songs you sing on helium will be a chipmunk song.
Don't worry, it'll come to you.
Yeah, right.
Robert, watch
Get
my
it
lips.
started and it's all over.
Robert, watch my lips. I'm saying chipmunk song, not Chip and Dale song.
Right.
The Chip and Dale dancers or something else.
Yeah, really.
Oh, thank you.
Now wait a minute. Don't the girls get a vote?
Eh.
What do I have, Riley? I got a dog biscuit for you. Oops, it's gone.
Sorry, Heather. Nothing looks better than a cowboy, Wrangler jeans, boots, nice shirt, cowboy hat. Love my cowboy.
I don't know. I don't know about all that, but I know that does it for some ladies. If
Standing
that
next to
does
that
it
old
for you,
Harley
that's
Davidson.
wonderful.
I'll send you
What's
a
that?
picture of a rodeo when they're all lined up against the fence watching the rodeo.
It's all about
You're
the
standing
hands.
right behind
It's
them,
not
too.
about what they wear. It's about their hands. If their hands are rough, if their hands if a guy has working hands, a man's hands speak volumes about him.
I haven't met a cowboy yet with soft hands.
But this is what I'm saying. I live in Ohio, so there are a lot of wannabe cowboys
That's
up
what I
around
was
these
just
parts. You live in Texas, so you've probably never come across one of those yet. Hang around Austin a little bit longer, and you'll probably find more than your share. You know, they're just down there for the sexy boots and the cowboy hats.
Yeah, they just came
But-
from California.
A person's hands. You remember back in the day they used to say you can tell a man by the shoes he wears. I've never learned that. I always, you know what? Daddy's Hands. Remember that song? You remember that song? By Dolly
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Yeah.
that song taught me that when I was real little, because it made those movies for me, you know, and
Yep.
it taught me because at the time when I remember hearing that song and making these thoughts, you know, these thoughts coming in my mind, I remember my dad worked at the building brick company at that point. So like my dad had rough hands. My grandpa worked on oil rigs, so he had them, you know, rough hands, and so it was, you know, one of those uh you can tell a lot about a person by their hands.
Yes. Sometimes. I mean, my ex-husband was a hard worker, but he put lotion on his hands and feet every night. I've never seen a man do that, but he did. He was he was a hand washer, and he put lotion on his hands and feet every night.
Well, yeah, but still, a person that works with their hands, you know, they work with their hands. There are more. It's more than just like calluses or whatever. It's
Right.
there's you know you can tell a person who has working hands, who have used their hands to do things, to wrangle things. You know.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
What's Gigi saying? Who? Yeah, I said Riley. That's Carlin's dog. He's a monster.
You need a ranch.
Yeah, I remember my hands growing up on the farm.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause when I was little and young on the farm, it was hard to find gloves to fit the smaller hands, you know. And so
Yeah.
for a lot of years, I worked without gloves. And then when I got into my teen years and could actually, you know, fit my hands into adult gloves and stuff, you know, I started.
Well,
But boy, I'll tell you what, I had heavy calluses.
Yeah.
I can't remember how to give you a wrench.
You have to do that on YouTube. You have to go
Yeah.
to your YouTube and
Oh,
yeah,
Your
then
live
you can
show that's going on
become
right
a
now.
moderator.
okay. I can do that on my phone, maybe.
That's her granddaughter's name.
Poor Gigi is a wrenchless wench. No disrespect, Gigi. I'm being funning with you.
Oh, I'm sure she was giggling.
Pappy, you ever put bag balm on your hands
Oh yeah.
in the winter? Yeah, I use that in the
Yeah,
winter.
well, my hands used to crack all the time because you know, milking
Cornhuskers
dairy.
lotion.
Well, milking dairy calves, you know, we always had to wash the udders before you put the milk machines on it, so your
Yep.
hands were constantly in and out of that iodine water.
Yep.
Yeah, and boy,
Yep.
our hands used to crack
Yep.
and everything, and
Dry
we
'em
used to
out.
use that 4-clover bag bomb.
And then you watch the cow too, and if she starts getting it, you put it on there too.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, because
love bacon.
they'd get chapped, you know, from
Yeah.
that same stuff, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. I learned a lot of stuff, man.
You can still buy the bag bomb.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yep.
Hey, you should be blue.
No, I think I got some.
I'm blue. Da boo dee da boo da da boo dee. My daughter loves that song. That's the reason I know it so well.
I took. I don't know, Robert. You'll have to explain to me everything that happened because I missed it. Shane missed it. We don't know what is going on with John there.
Apparently, I missed it too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. See,
you don't know either.
that's on Tracy and Liz because
Yeah, we
I only started blocking when what do you call it? When like Nick Baker, we already had him gone already.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's I got him in. But yeah, yeah. Maybe I don't know. I need to check.
I don't. Is that the one I said thank you?
No, yeah, Nick Baker. Yeah, Nick Baker.
Okay, because I saw the first comment and I was like, and I clicked on him and I thought, well, okay, what do I do? What am I allowed to do? I don't know. And then
Yeah.
you took care of it, and I was like, thank you, Robert.
See, I remember. That's one thing I remember names, and them people were blocked in all the other channels, not this new one. See,
Oh,
they're coming in. That's where they're coming.
yeah.
That's how they're finding. There's another station on.
Yeah, they'll look for other places they can do the
You're
same
welcome.
shenanigans in.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you've noticed, these types of people are hitting all the stations, just like it's a coordinated disruption.
Right. Yep.
It detracts people from what the panels are trying to talk about, because you get all this back channeling going on in the chats, and it
Yes.
disrupts everything, and then eventually it disrupts the panel. Okay, and once again, that's a prime example of what you give your attention to, you give it power.
Right.
You know, had that been squashed early, or had they been completely ignored, it might have gone away and might have died its own death.
Okay.
I
Because one
hear
thing
you,
they don't.
Pappy. I hear you. I'm listening.
Yeah.
No. It isn't just you. I'm saying they're hitting all the
No, I
channels
know.
out there that are putting out stuff that's over the target, and it doesn't make any difference if it's Patriot channels or Prepper channels or
Yep.
spiritual health channels. You know, they're going around. And that's
Yeah.
by design. They do not want us unified in any manner.
Right.
No.
No.
What that one lady say? That they're trying to mask you. They don't want you talking, so they
Yeah.
want you to wear the diaper. And they want you
Yeah.
6 feet away so you can't communicate.
Well, in some esoteric circles, that's part of the ceremony, standing 6 feet away, maintaining the distance, and
But you,
and
yep,
hooding yourself and wearing a mask and things of this nature to get a certain type of medicine flowing and stuff.
yep,
But if you stop and think about the wearing of the face covering, it takes away your humanity, because you can no longer really effectively communicate with someone that is masking part of themselves. Yes, you can hear the words spoken, okay, but you cannot connect with the
Expression.
emotions behind it or the feeling behind it, because it is partially obscured, and that's by design.
Yes.
Yes.
yep.
That's how they silence women, by making them wear the burqas.
Right. It's. I was in the store today, the local one down here, and then watch. You can tell who's not from here because they all put the diaper on. It's really weird.
I don't understand what you mean.
It's really strange.
So, what are we channel? I don't know. We're
What?
the
We
we're the
What is-
campfire channel.
What the campfire?
campfire races all day long. Do da do da. Campfire races sing this song. Oh, do da day.
Oh my
My
goodness.
goodness, Gigi.
Next thing that's going to happen is Slim Pickens is going to show up waving his cowboy hat and telling us we've all had too much to eat around the campfire.
Yep. Fire department.
That's trippy.
Mm. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Y'all think we should be worried about China? I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do any good to worry, but I think we should be keeping an eye out.
Well, this has been going on for a while. Yeah. You know, this if you look at if you accept the idea that there's somebody manipulating all the governments of the world to try to get this, that, or the other thing done, okay, you'll
Hmm.
notice that there's ascendancy in some and decline in others. Okay, so when they did the big shift back in the 70s and did the preferred uh, trade nation status with a certain country and stuff, and started pouring trillions and trillions of dollars in trade into it, okay, it
Yeah.
had already started then. The ascendancy of one was planned then, and the teardown of another was planned. You know, and if you put these things all together, you can start connecting the dots. Of all the, here's an example. Why would they want that to happen? Why would they want the society that we know and that we grew up with, that has been a beacon for the world, where they all try to come here and emigrate here and be successful here, because of the our belief systems that built the country? How would you tear something down like that? Okay, well, you stop and think of all the privately owned firearms in the world. 46% of them are owned by people in the United States.
Right.
That's in the world. Okay, so the only way that you're going to be able to take that country down that has that power to say no, okay, is to do it from within.
Yes.
So if it, there'll be, there's going to be wars. There's going to be rumors of wars. There's going to be rumors of this and rumors of that, and it's going to be, look over here, don't look over here. Look over here because it's going to be dangerous. Don't look over here. We see that happening all the time. And the important thing is, where are you? Well, I see the east and the south and the west and the north and the above and the below. I'm right where I am. And
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I can take care of right now, is right where I am.
That's true.
We have to be flexible and resilient enough to be able to do that which we need to do where we are, and take care of ourselves and our own first. Okay. And then rely on the tether that we know connects us to something which is much higher and transcends even the best laid plans of man.
Yeah.
True.
Because stress is not going to get you anything at all except ill health, bad sleep, bad rest, indigestion.
Feed in the machine.
Yeah. Yep.
It goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning. You all seen tonight how scattered everybody's brain is.
Yeah.
In the other chat, everybody is so scattered. It's amazing. Wow.
Yep. And they've taken everybody, they turned them inside out, so all their triggers are now on the outside rather than inside, where they can have control of them.
Yep.
Yes.
They believe what that person says. That's their.
So,
They made
Pappy,
you wear your clothes inside out.
So, for the form of, if we're gonna, let's hold on. Let me. Theoretically, you have a group of generals on one side, generals on the other. As a strategic plan, when you take what you were just talking about and you implement it, do you see it as the positive of the war
being one. Theoretically, today.
Well,
Do I see it as a positive if the world becomes as one? Is that what you're asking?
No, I think Bonnie understands what I'm saying. It's
yes,
as a war game, both sides, the strategic that was placed
the
to
scenario that you described.
open to,
Okay.
to what you were just talking about, opening and getting people to see to flip the scenario. Do you see it as the winning factor?
Let's put it this way. If you don't know something is there, you can't prepare for it. If you're shown that something is there, then you have the choice of what you're going to do about it. Okay. Do I think that there's information coming out now that's uncovering the contents of the pages that have been hidden? Absolutely. Okay. Can I trust the author that is written on those pages? There, I'm holding my judgment because
Yes,
this side and that side, they're two sides of one thing, I think.
absolutely.
Okay. And both of those sides seem to be vying for where the true majority is, those that are in between. That's us.
Yeah.
You know, and because we're the ultimate prize, if you will.
Lay.
True. Yeah,
Now, if you take that and expand it above the earthly plane and the material plane and the political plane and the religious plane and all these other planes that we have to operate within, economic divisions and all that sort of stuff. If you transcend above that and go into the spiritual plane, you have those opposing sides also. We know that to be the case.
Yes.
Once again, what is the prize? We're the prize there too.
We're the prize. Yeah, we're the prize there as well.
Okay, as above, so below.
Yep.
As within, so without. Manifests and expresses itself differently, but it's the same different pathway.
Yeah. Okay. I think here it would be a red dawn moment.
Pappy has a way with stating the obvious in a way that makes it very obvious, even for people who are slow like me sometimes.
Did you see Gigi's suggestion for a title for a new show? How to get unred pill? What
Yes.
happens if you combine red and
Blue.
blue?
Purple.
You get purple.
Okay. How to take the purple pill?
Rain.
Take the little purple pill.
Okay, what'd you say, Pappy?
Purple haze is in my brain.
Okay.
Sorry. Not bad. Got his old rock.
Yeah.
It's Ring with a Soul.
Well, all I've got to say is said very well by a fella I call just simply Red. If you don't know me by now,
You will never, never, never know me. Ooh. There you go,
Look
right
at
back
that.
to you.
Backup singers and everything. Spiritual helpers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here's my point.
Is there a way to share pictures on your YouTube, or does it just have to be a video?
No, you can open a picture in a new window, and then share window. Jeff can walk you through it.
Are you on your laptop?
Yeah, but I mean, not right now. Like, post them onto the YouTube
Oh, I don't
like
know.
you do the videos.
Yeah, that I don't know how to do yet.
Okay.
Like what Sage does and what
I think you have to have 1,000
I
subscribers
think
to make
I
posts.
think you actually have to have. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that'll never happen.
You know we could make it happen. You know that.
See, now it's showing 7 watching, and a while ago it was 3.
Yeah, that's why
Somebody's eyes are watching.
They're hiding.
me, Pappy, and Anna were talking.
It
Might as well
always
go up
feels
on the
like
panel. You know, it's a
somebody's
tight.
watching me. Stay focused. Oh, I'm just an average guy with an average job, working 9 to 5. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're going to be singing in your sleep. All I want to know is the answer to the question that I never found out.
Uh-oh.
Who put the bop in the bop, she bop, she bop? Who put the ram in the ram, ding dong?
Ding dong. I don't know.
I don't know if that'll ever be answered.
Oh.
That is one of those mystery of mysteries. That was a good one.
If we're ending up in song, I think we're ending up on the right energy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
That's got a great day.
Ouch.
What's the link that you put in there, Gigi?
I'll get that later. Bonnie, did you keep the check?
Moonlit Fairy X go in about 25 seconds. I love the oldies.
I forgot
Oh,
about
I
that.
do
Robin.
too.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Yeah. Get her out of my heart. Hey, Pappy, I bet you know the song I was named after. Get around, round, round, I get around.
Y'all gotta save all these for Saturday.
Oh, there's so many more.
Oh, you're talking about the
Oh,
answers to your questions, Bonnie?
no.
Hey, hey, Pappy, do you know the song I was named after? It's called Heather Honey by Tommy Rowe.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh boy, that's the song my dad named me after.
Do I know how to do that? Gigi?
What's that?
I plan on continuing after Craig and Alan with their music. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they do the big hair music.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the 80s music hair band.
Yeah, they're fun.
I was named after Gina Lola.
Lola
Brigida.
Brigida? I don't know that one either. Is that Danish?
Lola Bermuda.
I know the song. I was just curious to see if anybody else knew it.
I don't know it.
Oh, there's your homework.
Gigi's down, Gigi's down there talking up a storm.
I know.
Oh, an actress.
Gina Lola Brigida.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh la la. No, that's French, isn't it? Ooh la la.
Yeah, we'll probably read some released autobiographies that said she was really a man. In society, who knows?
Yeah.
Jean-Jacques Gabor.
Oh, Zsa Zsa. Yep, famous for her acting on Green Acres.
Yeah.
All by myself.
Okay, quick, Heather. Sing the song, Dominica.
I don't know it.
You don't know
Brother
Dominica.
Whoa.
was that?
I don't know. I don't
Was
know
that
that
more
one.
Kind of. Yeah.
That's not-
Remember, I can't remember.
Didn't that sound like a cowbell?
Is that it?
I actually thought it was more like one of those.
I sound like a cowboy.
No, I thought it sounded more like a washboard being played.
Oh, maybe it's Gigi. She just put a message in chat. Tinkle, tinkle, little star.
Oh, that was Raina. Don't tell Raina, but her potty training song was "Tinkle, Tinkle, Give a Sprinkle." That's what worked for her. So,
Yeah, that's a famous song by Golden Shower, I think. A golden earring, something like that. I'm having a play on words, you know.
I see.
But then again, I'm from that generation that got the opportunity to see a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
I know that one. And I can play it on trumpet.
I saw something big and purple one night.
The woolly bully.
Woolly bully. Woolly
Thankfully,
bully.
I quit drinking. In the bottle with a can. I remember spin the bottle, my 11th birthday. Just first boy. I think that was my mother's idea even.
Yeah, it's all innocent until people get to kissing.
Well, I never allowed it with my kids. No, you're not supposed to spin the bottle.
It was all fun playing stretch with the pocket knife until somebody had the knife go in their shoe.
I remember that too.
Okay, everybody must have used up all their memories.
Yeah.
Hit rewind.
I know, right?
Eggplant. Big egg.
I'm thankful there's no rain and wind right now. Very calm. Very quiet. It is
Yeah,
so
you had
I
it.
want to know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Often.
let's not talk about rain at the
Looking out my back door.
Okay,
Tambourine loafing.
we'll sing it for Robert. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain.
Telling me just what a fool I've been. I wish that it would go and let me cry in vain. Let me be alone again.
Oh, it must be raindrops, tiny little raindrops. Must be raindrops falling from my eyes, falling from my eyes.
Is it weird? I've always liked almost every song I've ever heard about rain just because it had the word rain in it.
Poor Gigi's just sitting down there looking like, I'm sorry.
Gigi's got her go-go boots on and ready to go because she just went.
I just glanced over and I said, oops.
No worries, girly. No worries. It's really crappy out
Hey,
too. So
there she
I
is.
could almost have booties on. Okay, so now that I put it in private chat, you should be able to share the link, correct? Everybody? Is that
Yeah.
how it works?
I ain't touching.
Oh,
I'm not nothing.
I have no idea.
I'll get
So-
it. Hold on.
I see it in private chat.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So can I? Oh, so you guys can. Oh, okay. Because I was like, how does
I can't share it, but I can go see it.
Okay, yeah. You want a golden oldie? Oh my goodness! And I almost thought it was crazy until somebody in the restaurant, somebody that I served one day, went, "Hey, do you know this song?" And I went, "Oh my lord, you know who it is? Who? What?"
Yeah, some of those songs are just, they're just so amazing. I'm surprised, with the way that society has recycled everything, the movies and stuff over the years, and remakes and all that sort of stuff, that some of these songs hasn't resurfaced and remade like they did the Sounds of Silence. Just some of
Yeah.
those songs were just
Yes.
so great back then.
Yep.
It must be the royalty thing, the
Yep.
copyright
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So what I'm trying to figure out, because
We'll have
I
to
know
watch it later.
Alan has a whole big system with his music and whatnot. I'm like, how can I put some music on with, doing what he's doing kind of thing and not get copyrighted and whatever. So I'm taking pieces of intros and recording it through a different thing, and I'm gonna try to do it that way. But I still don't know why I got dinged for Michael Jackson, because everything was under a certain amount of seconds. I was like, shit, how did I get dinged for that one? Not fair. You gotta trim it out. It's like, yeah. I
Go
don't keep digging
to,
down. I just gotta trim it out, right?
right. Go to Freedom Hello. She has a channel. She's a cute little blonde. And look at how she did it.
Okay. Freedom what?
Freedom Hello. HELLO. She has a YouTube channel, and she's in Liberty Warrior. Must be how I got her channel, but
Okay. Here she is.
she posted
Okay.
one today that's pretty good.
Learn know that. Okay, cool. See, glad I asked. There
Bobby
we go.
Goldsboro. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
He was a contemporary of Johnny Rivers.
There's quite a few programs out there that they might not have all the bells and whistles, but if you search enough, you can find them all, and you can make yourself a heck of a intro with just
Oh, that's what I've been
sequences
doing. Yeah,
each
depending
different one of
on
them.
what the offer. Yeah. Because what
Yeah.
I was trying to take the music from my Spotify list, and it won't take the music. Like, and I'm feeding it into a program. It's like it won't put yet. If I open up a page on YouTube, and play that. The music is there and everything. But I opened Spotify.
Is that Swatafly?
Yeah.
Spotify.
When I open it and I'm playing it and whatever, I'm like, okay, I tried out, like, why isn't the music there? There must be something in it that it just goes straight to speaker and it won't. I'm like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I guess maybe it's the programming I'm using. I could try something else too, right? Like, I'm just trying different ways of trying to figure something out. But for the one I have been using, I've now been taking pieces of music and I'm recording it and having about 10 seconds in between bits and pieces kind of thing that I can play at random. So I got an idea going, but we'll see. Anything to get pepped up, have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Heck yeah.
Anybody have any thoughts of because I don't really want to stick to like all nights because I don't like staying up that late. It's like coming on the other night too. It's like, oh my god, it's like, okay, right now it's after 12. The other night's already 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock here. I was like, oh my god, it goes by so fast. It's too easy to keep going. So I'm like, okay, daytime. Okay, well, because I'm not quite sure, but from what I understand, Craig and Alan, I'm still going to call him Alan. Not sure what they're going to do, if it's just Fridays or they're going to do Mondays as well, or what their gig is, kind of thing. But I don't know, it's just kind of giving me other ideas to ponder. Like maybe, wintertime, anybody want to do like a 20-minute workout every day, whether it's today's 20 minutes on our arms, the next day's 20 minutes on our legs, just to get us kind of all motivated. And then I'm like, okay, but then a lot of us need to have the same time to do that too, right? That's the tricky part.
Because it's like there are a lot of people who are doing things while they listen to our show, and I know they're out there listening, and I think that's really awesome that they feel like they can just listen to a good conversation, and not have to worry about being glued to it. I love that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just really found myself so gung-ho, ready to go kind of thing after listening to those guys with Ken kind of started it and everything too, right? Just listen to it and everybody chit-chatting. It was just so, really inspired me Friday after I got off. I was like, okay, what can I go do now, man? I'm like, so, and a part of me was like, I'm going to keep going, put some more music in. And everybody's hanging out. It's like a little party with tunes and chatting and I don't know. It just, anything that I kind of get some uplift and some happiness out of, it's like, how can we spread it some more?
Yeah.
Anything for an idea to spread some laughter, spread some fun, whatever. Like a friend of mine and I were talking today for a couple of hours on the phone. We're both going, when's the last time you went out dancing? She's, I don't know. I'm like, when's the last time you're married? You gone it? Well, let's see. We went to a bar the last time. It was a Halloween. That's probably about, I'll take a stab at it and say that was about 7 years ago. We went in, we ordered a drink, we sat at a table, drank, and went home.
Oh man, Chuck's here.
Chuck.
Hey, Chet.
Badger. I
Chuck's
haven't
here.
seen the Badger.
Yeah. So it's
How you
like,
doing,
yeah,
Chuck?
the bar music, it's like, yeah, I can't get into some stuff they're playing out. I certainly can't do with my husband. I have to find some girls to go dancing with, and I really don't know anybody that wants to go dancing. It's like, that's my favorite thing. Like, that's why I miss my roller skating so much. When you're used
Put
to
your
doing
skates on. You got your room set up in the basement, right? Put your skates on, skate around, and have your show and be roller derby for us.
Yeah, no.
The skate is
not
on.
enough room. Not enough room. Not even close. I'll go in a tiny little circle. Oh boy, but
Yeah, Chuck's been hiding all right. You made all that good food, and then all of a sudden you disappeared. You've been
It was my threatening to go to his house for dinner.
I know, right?
Sorry, man. I wasn't trying to be threatening.
See,
I was just trying to give you fair notice.
Yeah, we
I
coming.
made stew. You know, with all the summer stuff, you don't want to have stew. So I made a
Food
stew
coma.
yesterday. Yeah, food coma.
Yeah, that's so true, right?
Let's go. Let's go, Jeff. We'll build Bonnie's house and we'll eat at Chuck's house.
Chuck can meet us over there with all the food, and we can all
Yeah, really.
my house.
Yeah.
Ooh, me and
Yeah.
Bonnie can cook together.
And then see, there you go.
That would be awesome.
Whoa! Oh no!
What happened to Pappy?
We lost.
Pappy,
No.
you were invited
Pappy's
too.
here.
Who did we lose?
we just lost
Robert. No.
Oh,
Robert.
yeah.
Dadgummit.
He probably hit the wrong
There
button.
you go. I love it when you say that.
Oh, I pulled a good one today. I'm talking away on the computer, and all of a sudden my computer goes black because I didn't realize it unplugged. But yet I plug it in,
What
and it's
happened?
at 37%. And I'm like, why does my computer shut down at 37% per
You made it
what? That makes no sense at all.
There he is.
Hey, I smell a badger. Anyone smell badger?
Yeah, so bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey
I heard
Chuck.
they have pet glands.
Hey, y'all.
How's it going, Chuck?
My wife's off tonight. She's sitting there watching.
How's the bad?
Hey, don't give away our secrets.
Yeah.
I know this chat.
Don't let him fool you. He comes for campfire karaoke for sure.
Yeah, you missed it. Robert was doing a Chippendale dance routine.
Anyway,
See this?
you don't want nobody to see you. She don't want nobody to hear. I don't think you see anyway. It's so damn dark over there.
Hey, you want dark? You want dark, Chuck? Try opening your front door.
No,
You
you
know,
couldn't
Bob,
see it.
White girl.
I made myself this nice, cute little ice cream cone, and I went to go outside to the garage to eat it because I was going outside because we don't smoke in the house. I open my front door, and I see this shadow on my little bench on my little tiny porch. I'm like, at first thought, I thought it was my husband pulling a gag on me because he's in bed. Oh, maybe I couldn't sleep or something. Also, I'm like, what the frick? I turn the light on, and there's some guy. Yeah, got a cigarette in his hand, and the weird thing is he's telling me he's hiding from the copter that's flying around. I'm like, is he for real or what? Yeah, you mind if I, sit here? I'm like, no, I don't think that's really a good idea. Like, freak me out. I'm walking to the garage now. I'm like, okay, I just shut the door. The door's not locked. What do I do? Okay, open up the garage again to go into the house. He's gone. I'm like, but yeah, man, I'm telling you, these copters. Yeah, we always know when something's going on around here. If the helicopters fly around with the lights on. Sheesh.
Oh my
It
goodness.
used to be always so quiet, not a peep. In the last couple of years, the weirdest shit has happened right around us. And we live on one of those things. It's like what do you call them? Not a cul-de-sac, because we're not a circle, but we open up at one end of a street. It turns the corner, and we live on the bend. And it goes down a whole bunch of houses to the end, and it joins up, it turns the corner and joins back up to that same street again. But you're talking like, say, 30 houses or something down, right? And it's like, nothing really happens here, right? I kid you not. We were in the garage, having a couple of drinks, playing our game on the table. Hubby goes to open the door to go in the house to the bathroom. We find a guy rummaging through our vehicle.
Sounds to me like you need to take a little target practice.
Yeah.
And one
A
night,
little more security and protection there.
yeah, one night we're sitting here and we hear two, or we thought was one, we realized it was two cars racing, squealing, and we thought something hit something. We open up the garage door, you see tire tracks, and they stop. You can see the brake marks to the driveway beside us. They stopped just in the nick of time of hitting people's car in the driveway, and I guess they backed up immediately because all I see is open up the doors, this little itty bitty car whipping around the corner. I'm like, what the frick is going? Like, it sounded like smash up derby out here. And then the next lovely incident, and this happened all within a year.
Wow.
I'm coming home from work, and all of a sudden I see a couple of cars going by me. I'm like, oh yeah, what the hell's going on here? oh, this is coming from around my corner. I come around the corner some more, and I see a couple of other vehicles. I'm like, what did I miss? Hubby tells me, oh, you just missed. They just like uh, 2 houses over, whatever. At the same time, that house has an entrance to the big field and park behind us. But the cops all pulled up and they went around back and they went through the front and like totally went gung ho through the house and arrested somebody. We're like, what's going on? This is supposed to be the good part of the city. This is nuts. Like, which in my house, I tell my husband tomorrow when he comes home, yeah, guess what? I woke up or went outside too. Holy crap, what's going on? The guy's random sitting there. Bonnie, it made me think of you and the states and the borders that, you just never know sometimes what's how do you deal with it? Yeah, wander on your merry little way. Do I want to get involved? Do I call 911 and tell the cops, hey, he's over here? Nope. I'm going in my house. Lock my door.
Well,
Sorry, I rambled.
I have some little surprises for those people.
Any action going down there on the border anymore? Anything more? Anybody heard? Or
No, I haven't heard
I've
anything.
been watching Oscar El Blue, but even not with him. There's a, what do you call it that they go through driving the cars?
Checkpoint.
Toll
Checkpoint?
booths?
Oh, toll booth?
Maybe
yeah, the border booth.
something like that.
Yeah.
Where that semi truck ran into a bunch of cars. He supposedly lost his brakes when he was coming to the
Yes, I
toll
saw that
booths.
on. I saw that. Which I thought was a little weird too.
I think that was inside of Mexico, though, wasn't it?
Probably if they're coming this way.
But yeah, that caravan's still coming.
To be honest,
Sick and all.
that's an issue around Toronto and outskirts or whatever of 18-wheelers not taking care of their vehicles properly. And it has been a common comment of the recent changes over, say, the last decade of and not to be racist, however you want to put it, but certain nationalities are now driving. And where they come from do not have the same rules as here. And we're hearing all kinds of like crashes, falling asleep at the wheel, because working too many hours. The trucks are not being properly taken care of. This like it's kind of almost an epidemic. It's like what's going on? Like this is crazy. Some of the crashes we see on our big highways 401s here, like scary sometimes. Like used to be a day when I was a kid, you got an 18-wheeler beside you, you did the old arm thing and get them to toot the horn. Now you wouldn't dare do that.
No. It's that way everywhere. It's that way here, too.
I remember when it was hard as hell in the 80s to go from the chauffeur's license to CDL, all the testing and everything they did. Now they just hand them out to any moron that can spell their name halfway right.
Oh, really? You don't have to get certified anymore?
I don't think they have to do all the stuff they used to.
Huh. Because when I first drove a school bus, I didn't have to. But then when I moved here and was going to drive a school bus, I had to get certified.
You have to in our state, too.
Yep.
I think they lowered the bar, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure with the need for
Well, and all you had to do was sit there in class 5 days watching videos. But I couldn't watch the videos.
Here's a little tiny tidbit. Our front page of the big newspaper around here had a champagne bottle of somewhat celebratory of reopening, and the question mark, of course, is going, are we doing this too soon? It's like, are you kidding me for what the counts are? And Like, can we get over this already and pull off the freaking mask? Like, man, the looks I get when I don't do it. I'm still being told I'm crazy. I'm like, oh, get over it, people. Frag. I don't know. I just, it's like, Pappy and Robert would say kind of thing too. I start feeling ill. I immediately start taking a little bit of extra vitamins, and I tell my brain, I'm not getting it. 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 I don't have time to be sick. No, there's no such thing as getting sick. Talk myself right out of it. Take a bunch of vitamin C, and I'd say 9 times out of 10, I feel better the next day if I start feeling weird. Doesn't always seem to work.
Lisa, you missed it. He was singing earlier.
Aw, did I miss it? Well, that's not fair.
Happy singing.
Yeah.
Him and Heather were singing back and forth.
I don't want to sing every night because I only know 5 or 6 songs. I don't want to repeat myself.
But if everybody's having fun, then hey.
No, they were singing real.
Besides that, I got to tell Lisa this. Lisa, I've got a voice that's it's one of those far, far away voices. You appreciate it the farther away I get.
Yeah.
Happy, I love your voice.
It's not true.
It's
Chuck,
like
you
that.
stand?
Huh?
Are you standing when you're on?
No, I'm sitting in a chair, just the angle it is.
He's tall.
Oh, okay.
I'm tall. I'm 6'6", 6'7".
He told you he's a fair-sized badger.
Yeah, my doorway
That's
coming
pretty
in the room.
badass.
If I don't watch the door coming in the room, I hit my head on it. The doorway.
Yep.
We're just going to call you Hoss the Badger.
Yeah.
Well, to me, from this angle, you almost kind of look like you're going to hit your head on the ceiling soon.
I know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He could.
Wow.
That's not reaching up. So
Sorry, and you're 6 what? Sorry?
6'7", 6'6".
Wow.
He's a little giant.
My son.
I hope you don't have any ceiling fans.
There was one in here, but it
left
me
very quick.
And now there's just a light there.
Chuck, you want to come up and help me paint my ceilings? I got 9-foot ceilings.
I never had much problem with that. The rest of the house here, this is the add-on. This is a house 100 years old. It's got 7.5-foot ceilings in here, but the rest of the house has got, I think, 10-foot ceilings, 12.
We'll just call you BFG. Big friendly giant.
A lot of people get to see the asshole. I mean, I try not to show it online, but here lately, Travis's show kind of brings it out.
You need to stay away from here.
Well, I got one word for you there, Mr. Badger. If you can't be good at being bad.
Yeah. I tell them I'm a perfect bad example.
If you can't behave well, he's do it well.
That's it.
Yeah, I told Travis the other day, I said, if you do anything fun, name it after me, and he laughed.
How's his show doing, by the way? I haven't really popped over there much.
I didn't watch any lately. Yesterday, I watched it after it was over. They were chaotic in there, and a bunch of people said, I wish Chuck was here. They'd straighten them out. I'm like, no, I didn't want that.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd have me hunting.
It's sad they took them.
I just find whenever I pop over there, it's like they're just arguing about shit. Like they're just
which is worse? The information twisted up with crap. The disinformation are the ones that doubt. It's like, that's kind of why I've left it all alone.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to start swimming in that soup at some point and walk up on the beach and shake that off.
accept it. If they don't,
especially now that it's winter and we're all kind of getting a little bit more stuck inside, and I'm gonna be antsy pantsy, man. I can't wait for April already. I want to do my gardening and stuff, and
You gotta let the
I
trees
live
have their
for it.
nap.
Yeah, if I have to. So I want to go somewhere warm where I can plant all the time.
You have a tree in your yard, start a worry tree. When you walk out of your house, leave your problems on that tree. When you get back, go to that
Yep.
tree, get your stuff, leave your outside stuff in the tree, and take your other stuff in the house.
I leave my house like twice a month.
There you go.
Your
Did you see the title? Clear your path.
your worry tree be
Yes.
lonely then, huh?
I go out for getting groceries, basically, kind of thing, and that's about it. I haven't worked in 2 years, which is not like me, but keep busy in other ways with all this crap that's going on. And I'm not gonna go to a job and wear that stupid thing on my face. Not happening.
I go where I want, don't wear it, and I dare them to tell me about wearing it.
Oh yeah, I've done that at Walmart. My husband's not keen on me. He's like, "You're just like, what are you doing?" I'm like, I'm not wearing it. Nope, I'm not. I get the weirdest look because nobody around here would dare do that. I do. I push the limit. My husband's just like, "You just asking for it." And I'm like, "No, I can't stand wearing it, and especially if I have a hot flash, get that thing off of me as fast as lightning."
My wife's agreeing with you about the hot flash thing with them.
Oh, and it always seems to be when I'm at checkout too. I don't know what it is, the stress of it or what, but it always seems to be I'm almost out of there, and then one comes on. It's like I don't care. I'm ripping it off. Don't even look at me, people. Piss off. See the red face? Dare you to
My
say
wife
something.
said take plenty of vitamin D. It'll help them hot flashes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. I've tried all the herbal stuff and whatever else, and now I'm actually taking pharmaceutical drugs for it, and that's just so I can not have them during the night, so I can sleep. So thank
Every time you
goodness
have a
there's that
hot
one.
flash, just twist one up and light it.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
You wouldn't give
try
me
it all. And alcohol's like one of the worst things you can do.
So I got lucky with my hot flash. I didn't get very much after I started that vitamin E.
Huh?
She said that vitamin E shut her hot flashes down.
Really? I've never taken just. Oh, but you know what? Maybe I should try that too. Because I tried the black cohosh. It worked for a while and then stopped. I tried what was the other one? Sage? No, not sage.
And tell her the little old lady, like 8 years old, told me.
80-year-old woman told her that she used to do it way back, and she started using it at work.
Now you say that, I'm thinking, yeah, I think that's one of the things my mother is always. My mother is all the vitamins, all the whatever, Q enzyme, Q10 or whatever, and turmeric, and you name it. Although I have to say she got tumor, but that's because her for when you don't release certain negative energies in yourself, you hold it in. That's what to me causes cancer in your body.
Yeah.
But else, I mean, she's 84 and just takes so good care of herself by eating right and making sure she goes out for her 20-minute walk every day. Keeps on going. And she's never had the hot flashes like me. Never, ever, ever.
You better get on that jazzercise or robosize or whatever you're doing.
Oh, I know. Plus, I'm like, anybody interested in that kind of thing? Like, I'm trying to feel it out there. Like, if there's anything anybody would kind of go, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing us get together and do this kind of thing. Or, but I would assume nighttime seems to only be the time that everybody seems to be able to collect together at the right time. Like Jeff and Heather, you kind of, it's like hit and miss depending on what everybody else is doing during the day. Do you find?
I mean, not really. The
Some days-
people that are going to be there are usually there, or if not, they'll listen to it later, which is all good by me. I mean,
Yeah.
I just try to keep it regular, so If you can, you can, and if you just can listen, that's fine too. Or go back later if you're really interested in it. You'll go back later and listen.
Yeah.
When I heard that Pappy sang on Bonnie's the other night, I went and watched it just to make sure I could hear Pappy sing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the little beat, drum beat. Oh, yeah.
That's why everybody
was
shows up
amazing.
with earplugs on now.
No. I don't know
From
what you're
4
talking
to
about, Willis.
7. Well, it's 4 to 7 here. There's a big open slot that I'm sure people would appreciate, especially the
Well, a lot
ones
of
that
people
just stay on
go
it
over
all
to
day.
Jeff at
Go
4.
over to what?
Jeff Riddle.
Okay, that's for y'all's time. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's from, because he comes on at 3 for me, and then he's usually over around 4:30, and then none of them that I watch are on between that time and LW.
That's very true. Just depends on what time everybody's like eating
It's
their
kind of like
supper and
dinner
stuff like
time.
that too. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kind of like the
depending on
dinner
it.
time stretch.
Yeah, I don't listen to any chats at all from around that time until Liberty usually comes on 8 o'clock. Why? Because that's my nap time. I lay down and take a nap every day at that time. Otherwise I can't stay up late at night with you kids.
If I sit still, I do. I fall asleep.
I'm thinking about it, Pappy. I'm thinking about it too. Add a nap in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
My mother taught me that naps are good.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me too long to try to get to sleep.
It took me until I went in the Army to find out she was right.
Nothing
And the
better
Army
than
taught me to
Yeah.
nap anytime you got the opportunity, any place, on anything, and under any conditions.
Sorry,
But
I
see,
just
for
want to throw a little
Robert,
comment out there. Give me, sorry, one sec. I think it's Liz, right? LHS is Liz, I believe. She was talking about cream that took care of her hot flashes. If it's the
Yeah.
one I think of, I'm pretty sure that's estrogen cream, and I will not touch that stuff. I'm sorry. Hundreds of thousands of horses are kept in stalls and are constantly impregnated to get their urine, to get the estrogen count, whatever, have a calf, get impregnated all the time. I was like, nope, ain't touching it. Nope, can't do it. Teach their their own. I worked with a lady that used that stuff. She swore by it, but it's like, oh, when I read that, I was like, no, it's all I can picture is these poor horses going, nope, I can't do it. I don't even want to know where half the stuff comes from. It's like, wow, what do we do to get to what they want? Wow.
Well, don't eat anything that's artificially raspberry flavored then. Because that comes from beaver anal glands.
Serious?
Yeah, they synthesized it from that. Because it's like strawberry. I don't know who the heck bit a beaver's butt to find out it tastes like raspberry, Bill. He's a braver fellow than me.
Somebody said that crap during the Depression to make it go down easier.
Premiering, yeah. That's
Hold your
right
nose when you
too.
eat that skunk, son.
Pregnant marriage, yeah, estrogen is natural. Yeah, exactly. NC girl, that's exactly, yeah. Well, see, you two are talking about, yeah, I don't think it's an all natural cream. It's if there's hormones in it, where'd the hormones come from? That's why I kind of went, Mother Nature did not intend us to deal with it that way.
Yeah, girl, because the last thing you need is some more hormones. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Another kid.
I'm joking with you.
Oh man, I tell you, sometimes if I could have a kid right now, oh man, I love kids. I wish, yeah. It's too bad I couldn't have more. Sometimes that's where I'm like, maybe I should be chilling. And
See,
you know,
see,
when I got into all that in the tunnels and whatever else, like I should go help them. I love kids. I want to go help them.
I love
I was
kids
going
too.
to say,
Mhm.
you don't want to do
Hmm.
I
adopt.
would. Yeah. That too old for it all now, but hindsight. I mean, when hubby and I met, we were 36 going on 37 kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, I think we're kind of a little past this idea. Do we really want to start that now? Especially at the age of my kids at the time too, right? It's like, yeah, no. Hindsight, sometimes I kind of go, what would have been like?
Our youngest, she was 39 and I was 41. So like surprise, it still works.
Yeah.
Yep. Little of that horse pee goes a long way.
Yeah. So, and the way I look at it too, and some guys get clipped and whatever, and they end up having a little one anyways. It's like the way I look at it, if you're meant to have another child in your life, you're gonna get it no matter what you do.
Mhm.
Exactly. I was on birth control. My two youngest, there they are.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm on my
Same
mom's
part.
still baby.
Yep.
We've all heard stories about immaculate conception and women giving birth in 200 and 300 years old, and when they were told they were barren and stuff. So be careful what
Yep.
you're wishing there,
Yeah.
gals.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would be the miracle if I could. I don't have the parts for that anymore.
Nothing like keeping you grounded than running around with a bunch of kids around your ankles that got diapers with a load in them.
Yeah.
And it'll keep you grounded. Sure.
Are you
I
kidding
love
me? I can see it now. It'd be like Toy Story, and she would have the kids play in the toys, and she would be Buckeye the horse. I can see it clear as day.
Do you
I
know what
love
my
kids.
ex had me
Other people's
do?
kids.
Picture me in the middle of the evening shift of restaurants, serving tables. It's busy. I get a phone call. You gotta come home. You gotta come home. So and so was sick and blah 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 blah. He could not clean up the throw up. I had to go home in the middle of my shift, go clean up baby puke, and go back to work because my husband would throw up. My ex-husband would throw up and see the puke. It was like, yeah, this is great fun. Like, come on, could you not deal with this
Come on
somehow?
now.
Go walk
That,
around
it-
with
it's
it.
not. Yeah, I have to agree, Gigi. It is a gender thing because when most guys break the seal on a baby diaper for the first time, I mean that's a system shock right there. All the biohazard warnings go off. All the natural things within our bodies that are telling us that we need to reject it and run away, hit it with a stick or whatever we need to do. Fortunately, love can overcome that after a while.
Yeah, use the baby wipes. It don't remove it. It just spreads it.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the first time, I never forget it. The first time, and nobody warned me, man. I didn't even think of it. And when afterwards, it was like I should have known that kind of thing. When I went to go change my son for the first time,
At
lift up
least
the
you didn't take the
diaper.
baby outside and hose it off.
Yeah, our youngest child and oldest grandchild are 2 years apart.
Oh, neat. Yep.
Raina's 5 years older than her niece.
He was getting mad at me when I put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want down now?
Our
Shannon is.
Our granddaughter's 13 and our son is 15.
My youngest brother is the same age as my oldest daughter.
That's crazy.
Wow.
There's a friend of mine. Him and his uncle are around the same age.
Yeah.
They used to hang around together and stuff. If you wanted to piss him off when they were around their buddies, he'd call him Uncle Bruce.
That's right, Pappy. Don't you have like a whole bunch of siblings?
Yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
mother had 7 children. I was the oldest of the 7.
Sounds like my family.
And my mother was one of 13 girls and 3 boys. So, you know, that,
That's okay.
you know,
Pappy's
so
always been a ringleader.
seed stock was obviously pretty good.
And you're at 9.
We have
Yeah.
10 in our family. Wait, 9.
My wife said they got 9 in hers. Well, it's 7 of them are, well, no.
There's 6 girls and 3 boys.
5 of them are from her mom and dad together, and the other are moms.
I wouldn't even be able to deal with one kid. Constantly bugging and asking things.
God, my mom had 9 kids. That poor woman.
You could call her a hotel.
Hey. Your grandmother talking about.
Keep the light on for you.
Yeah, LHS. I would look up natural progesterone cream. I'm pretty sure it's still kind of all the same stuff that just won't touch the. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, if somebody pees on your face, it's natural.
I'll
The
pass.
circumstances might not be, though.
Oh, that's something.
It's like somebody say,
That's like the YouTube video that somebody sent me a clip where somebody in Africa was actually washing his hair underneath a cow.
I know I'm screwed up like a soup sandwich.
I'm in my garage. Hubby's like up there. I'm like, I'm so carried away. He's like, shit, doing it again. That's what I
You're
get.
probably like, what's she smoking now?
Yep.
Oh, he knows that, right? He's like, every now and then I'm like, so did you happen to hear me last night? No, I'm like, okay, good.
You need to get you some of that good old giggle pot they used to have back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This stuff works pretty good.
Yeah, Chuck, they don't make that no more.
Well,
Yeah, now the stuff is plastered.
This is
I better not say that on here.
this changed
I was
so
about to
much.
say something that. Sorry.
Yeah, big ass pothead. I don't want to touch that shit now.
Yeah, my wife says she's, when we met, she smoked a lot. Now she said the stuff now, she's afraid of it.
Yeah.
I had some Granddaddy Purple, and I shouldn't have done what I did with it. I never smoked it. And I hit it. A buddy said only hit it once or twice, and I hit it like 5 or 6 times. Shit, I was slobbering on myself.
Yeah.
Really?
The TV talked to me, and it was off, and I was afraid to go to sleep. And the TV's telling me don't go to sleep because I'll forget to breathe, shit like that.
Here, pass it. Let me try it.
Send my way. I'll take care of it.
I just oh man, I'm telling you, I had to laugh because a government dispensary opened up right around the corner, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, let's check this out, right? Oh my god. I don't understand how they survive. You were allowed to buy I don't even remember how much you were allowed with the weed, because I went in there to see what they had for hash, and I was allowed to buy 2 grams of hash, I think. So 2 grams or 1 gram, I don't know. I think it was 2. I was like, that's all I can buy. So basically, I have to keep coming in here like every other day. Like, are you kidding me? And the price of it. And then there was tax. I was like, it's costing me what now? So I was like, never see you again. Terrible.
If you're smart, you'd invest in a munchie shop and build it right next door.
Yeah.
It's in a little plaza.
Just call it Munchies.
Thing. Yeah, it's right in a plaza where there's like a deli and a giant tiger and whatever. I'm not sure any of them are comparable stores, but yeah, I just had to laugh. I'm like, of all things for our city, one of the first ones opens right around the corner from me. I'm thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. Holy crap, look at the prices. And I can only buy how much? I can't even buy like this much and get the discount because you bought this much? Nope. Never again.
My hair is a knot in the back of my head.
Yeah, as soon as they legalize in the States, I can see it now. The Walmarts will take all the subways out. They put smoke shops in.
Yeah, right?
I have one right there.
But not,
Like a bite or something.
oh no, my hair is
That'd be
not.
just because get people high to buy all their stuff.
That and munchies.
I'm going to call it a night, everybody.
Pappy,
1
thank
o'clock
you
in the
for
morning.
coming.
Good night, Pat.
Good night,
All
Pappy.
right, Pappy. Have a good
Love
night,
you,
Pappy.
Pappy. Good night.
See you
I'll have fun
tomorrow.
now. Turn
Yes.
the lights off. Lock the
Around
door
the
up on your way
neighborhood.
out.
Good night, sir. Love you, brother.
You take care.
Yeah, we're lucky enough that there's two different I guess that's the only way to say it. Indian reserves. I'm like, oh, what do you call it now? Native reserves. I never know the right political freaking thing to say. But
Just say
anyways,
indigenous.
indigenous reserves. I know. I was like, okay, what's the right term now? Frank, every time I turn
Well, you
around.
can't go wrong with that. Native.
Very true. Okay, picture this growing up. Okay, my parents are European. My father's Danish. My mother's German.
Wow,
in
that's
the beginning, it was what was the word? The Negroes, the Negro people, and it was like, okay. As years go by, it's like, okay, Mom, you got to kind of change that. You got to stop saying that. They're black. That was the terminology. Next was black, and then it became African American. But all my mother would stick to is the colored neighbors. The colored neighbors. It's like, okay, this one you call them by name. That one you call it by name. That one, you even know what their names are. But yet, anytime you talk about them, you say the black neighbor, or sorry, the colored neighbors. And it's like, how many times have I told you? You don't say the. I don't know what it is, but the mindset. It's like, you really, I don't know. I just don't get it.
I might be able to give you a bit of an answer about that, because that comes from other languages using, for them it's the color is in almost every foreign language. Niger, Negro, Negra, that just is black. Noir.
Right,
yeah.
It's black. That is the color black.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But she
so
would never
it's
say
not
black.
an
She
insult.
would say Negro. Because that was the term, but it stuck for a long time. And she never even switched over to saying black or African American. It just all of a sudden became the colors next door.
Right. Well, that comes from having a foreign language as a first language. For a lot of people, older generation, like immigrants to other countries.
We're talking for the last 40 years.
It's how they learned language. Because you got to remember, English is a screwed up. I mean, like Huey Louie language. The grammar rules don't even make sense. They're contradictory every other one.
Oh,
the only thing worse than the English language is lawyer speech.
Yep.
Lisa, trust me, girlfriend. This is not my true hair color. I'm a brunette. I was very light haired when I was born, but now see here. Whoopsie. Oh, that's so weird looking at it backwards. It's white. I'll be 56 soon, and I'm white. And I refuse. So there you go. Anyways,
I don't know. I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of
I'm
things.
I'm a Heinz 57, as I call it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But
Yeah.
most importantly, I'm indigenous to America.
I say, but in the end, I'm Canadian, eh?
Yeah, I'm
How are
half
you,
Czech,
Lisa?
Indian, German, and English on my grandmother's side.
Ah. See, my dad is full Danish, like Danish, full whatever. It's my mother's side that goes a little tricky. It's German, Polish, French, and Russian somewhere in there as well. But I can only go as far back really as my mother's mother, because she was adopted and she was also in a convent, and so I'd have to go into records that are probably non-existent. But that's the only tidbits I know. But yeah, so I'm all shook up.
You know, I got two opposite.
Oh, Lisa, are you a Saggy? Do you happen to possibly have the same date as me? Because I found out Mr. Shane Phelps is the day after me. Heather's daughter is the same as me, if I remember this correctly.
No,
And
my youngest son.
oh, your youngest son. Oh, I thought it was Raina. But you are the 11th, right?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
the same as Shane. Okay, so you're the same as Shane, right? So let's see, Lisa. When's your birthday?
You know, those birthdays are this month.
No, we're
Mine's
talking about
December.
December. Yeah, and my sister's is the 18th, and her firstborn was born on her birthday. Oh, you're a Christmas baby. Oh, I feel for you.
That must have sucked getting presents. Be like, okay, one of your Christmas presents is your birthday.
My brother's a Christmas Eve.
Yep, that was me every year growing up.
My sister and I got screwed for it too. It doesn't
I
have
got
to be
screwed for it every
Christmas.
year.
We
I
get a
still do,
little
but
something.
okay.
Yep.
For joining us. You have a good night.
Uh,
Good night, young lady.
night.
Love you.
Good night. Whoever's going to bed, I can't see.
My wife's
Froze up
brother's
over here.
birthday is Christmas Eve, so he's the same way.
Yep. I dated a guy that was 24th. Yep. Yeah, I always celebrate the 20. And that's one thing I have to admit that was pretty awesome with my ex. When we had kids, he grew up the Canadian way with Santa in the morning, but I grew up the European way. So we kind of combined it, and because my kids are 2 years apart, so when they got, say, well, mind you, I left when they were 8, 10, 12. Okay, so we separated when they were 6 and 4. Okay, so I guess it was by 6 and 4 or 5 and 3, whatever they were. But literally, they went to bed, and the house was done up while they were asleep. The tree, the decorations, the presents, the whole 9 yards. Like nothing before that, and just wham in the morning. It was the best. It was the best. But
That would be neat.
we did it, I believe, 2 years in a row, and then we separated after that, and then it became he got the 25th, I got the 24th because of my European thing. So after their dinner and presents, whatever, they went to Daddy's, and then got up with Daddy in the morning for the 25th. And it was weird because it worked out for where I was working, because my birthday was in December, so it was always guaranteed the 24th off because of my birthday. I could book it. So thank you, Lord. That was the only thing that ever went right. But
We were so busy putting everything together Christmas Eve night, all night long. There's no way we could have done the decorations.
But
But if I could, I would have a tree up year round because I love the lights. Turn all the lights off and just have the tree lights on, and I just sit there and stare at it. And I love it. So it goes up the day after Thanksgiving, and it doesn't come down till sometime in January whenever I feel like it.
See, we put ours up. We put up our tree on my birthday. That's my birthday. That's how we do it.
But see, yeah, it was a running rule for me for the longest time that I refused to have a tree go up for my birthday. It was like, nope, it's not happening. I refuse. Now I was like, yeah, I don't care. Freaking put it up. It's the 1st of December. Put it up. I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I want some of the Christmas lights you run through your radio that pick up whatever music you got on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, those, yeah. I got one of those things that it plays
Oh, that'd be neat.
musical tunes and it has the lights, so you can turn the music off too. But there's different sequences of lights, and they don't make things to last anymore because I swear that thing's got to be 20 years old by now.
You have to still here for a minute, Anna.
Oh, Anna, you couldn't sleep, poor girl.
If you like Christmas lights, having them, put them all over your porch, and just when you sit out there, have your little wonderland.
Yeah, that's what I do during that time.
I had that. I had one of the sunshades, and I had it lined with lights. And my neighbor's kids came over here and broke off the battery pack, and so yeah.
Oh, Anna, let me guess, you had a nightmare probably about your little pooch, didn't you?
I'm
your
sorry,
pain.
Anna.
Oh, I love you, Anna.
We know. Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yep. Pets
Yeah, be
to me
glad when
are
you move.
almost, and we really should compare, but pets are almost harder than humans because there's such unconditional love. You don't ever get in an argument with your animal. There's no regrets or no whatever when they pass, like people, humans that you got to deal with all the time, whatever. They're just there to give you love, comfort, joy. Yes, you know what? Lisa, you're right. Robert is kind of quiet. What's Robert up to?
He's even got his mic muted.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm listening.
Yeah, anymore. I'll even watch Liberty, but I don't hardly ever speak on there because there's so much affecting your rights anymore that they do on there. They don't want you saying everything. They got all the keywords, and then now they're like nobody can talk in caps. And
yeah, that's it. Yep.
Emojis and all that shit.
Yeah.
YouTube's getting ridiculous. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the just itself it's desire to me, and if a channel tells you, well, I can understand keywords getting them knocked down, but the caps thing makes absolutely no sense to me other than the owner not wanting you to do that.
No,
Weird.
It affects some kind of algorithm.
It does.
Yeah, bro. It raises a flag.
Capitals?
Yeah, and then it also speeds the chat up. You can't even read the damn thing.
Oh,
A lot of people, when
I've never
they
heard
get
of that
mad,
speeding up chat.
Hell, that one girl, man, when she first came in and shit, man, it was capital letters every time she spoke, man. It was like, and she sits there and answers every question, or how do you say that? She sits and responds to Mike. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Just listen.
And that's
Because
what
I know
that
some
means.
people sit there and
See,
say they have bad
capital,
eyesight.
It means it's yelling. It's
Oh.
so it's in a way
What a
it's
stupid algorithm.
disrespectful when you're thinking about common language with somebody. You don't yell at somebody,
especially when everybody else is typing regular.
Some people have a hard time reading their screen because they can't get their screen to be big enough, so they type it in capital so they can make sure they can read it.
And that's what Chuck said.
I always put caps in. I'm sitting far away. Plus, They say you're yelling. Well, I said, well, I'm a loud person anyway. If you're around me, I used to be the life of the party, come in, hooping and hollering. Everybody,
Yeah. You just got to get
Actually,
to know the people before you start thinking that they're,
I have to admit to myself, sorry. I took a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in years. We got chit chatting, whatever, and I warned her kind of ahead of time, going, "Okay, you got a lot of memes. I'm unfollowing you. I don't use Facebook a lot, so just giving you a heads up." And the way she answered me, I thought she got right bitchy. So I literally answered with a, "Whoa, seriously?" kind of thing, right? She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay, so that's the thing I hate with this texting and just typing shit. It's not a true conversation. It so loses the oomph in it. You know what I mean?"
it doesn't show expression. It's non-emotional, and people make too much out of it.
Yes.
Words don't have the same feeling. Anna, do you want to come up and talk about your dream? I don't know if she would like the link or not. She had a nightmare. I'm just curious because I'm one of them little dream interpreter things, but maybe I don't know if you want to talk about it, or it just relates to, of course, your pooch because you're worried. That's when we have stress dreams. And stress dreams are dreams that make no sense at all, random, all over the place stuff.
I got a big thing with agoraphobic, claustrophobic, and afraid of heights. As tall as I am, I'm afraid of heights. But my big thing is when I'm sleep deprived and I fall asleep, when I start nodding off, I keep having like dreams, but I can program myself to go to sleep. And but as soon as my dreams start, it'd be something to do with falling somewhere. It's always
like
falling off, walking along the
somebody's-
edge of something and falling, or being on a roof or a building and falling. Or
I hate that.
Chuck, do you believe in past lives?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a past life that somehow your soul somehow is still kind of dealing with it, that you died, maybe you can't accept it the way it happened and whatnot. How would I suggest to especially the falling part.
I remember a nightmare I had as a kid forever, and I finally tuned myself out of it. But I've talked to a few people. I think I told my wife about it, and I used to have a dream of something like Stonehenge laying on a stone sarcophagus or something, and it would be tortured to death, and I'd always wake up from it.
Oh man, if you got people around in your area somewhere that is able to deal with stuff like that, you on your other conscious level, subconscious, whatever level, you're picking up a lot of past life kind of stuff.
And they were always
the
good.
height thing.
Around. One of them told me I talked to was a palm reader years ago, a mechanic, and I told them about it. They said something to do in a past life that I dealt with druids and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had a hard time with people going, yeah, you live this life and then it's this and that's that. No, we keep coming here to keep learning and experiencing. And I've had numerous dreams of different lives. Just, I know the feeling of it. And there's always reasons and whatnot. But the thing with the falling and whatever, it's like, if you can somehow face that fear, do something that's so out of your comfort zone.
Really?
Go through it and you're going to free yourself of something. I'm telling you. Whether it's just doing something simple like
QHH.
go to a kid's playground, go jump off of something that's not really all that high, but just the idea of falling and jumping and landing and just kind of getting over the fear of that landing or whatever, because the transition of landing, like people associate when you fall in your dream, if you land, you die. Well, there's a reason kind of thing of why you're falling and stresses and whatever. But because you have a fear of heights or whatever, it sounds like you passed in some kind of tragic way of off a cliff or off of a falling or however it was. And it's transition. You probably went from one life and transitioned into the next life too quickly, where you didn't get to resolve all the issues and understand what happened. So now you have a fear to deal with. But if you conquer that fear of the height or the falling, you'll give yourself a lot of stuff to let go of. Your dreams would stop and whatever else. Yeah. It's just so into all that
And
stuff.
Chuck,
Like,
Chuck,
Their dreams.
Chuck, what she's trying to say is look up Alba Weinman. ALBA Weinman.
All right.
She does QHHT. That's quantum hypnosis healing technique.
ooh.
And that's how she heals people. It's so interesting, dude. I watch it. I wait for real good ones, but I watch it once a week, at least once a week.
ALV or B?
ALBA.
V as in Victor?
No, B as in boy.
All right.
And is it WINEMAN?
Yep, WEIN. Yep, MAN. She's a student of Doris Cannon. She's she who discovered this.
Because I have everything he just said.
Yeah.
The agoraphobia, the
It's, you know, like I know
fear of height.
sort of close to me, but she, you know, she's like in Oregon, but
You know, wearing them mask triggers all that shit in me too.
Yes.
I know.
So you're probably tortured somehow in a past life and whatnot. And that's just it. People that have phobias, there's a reason they have those phobias. Something was done to you in a past life, and now you're in the next life trying to resolve that issue that you had to deal with.
That's why
And
that's why you're here to fix it.
mine was done in this life.
Or work through it.
Oh,
You know, I've woken up that fallen stuff.
I was in control, but I wasn't drowning.
I've woken up falling from in that dream and have hit and feel like I wake up to the feeling that I just somebody either dropped me or dove on the bed, and my wife wake her up from the feel of it, like I just jumped in the bed.
Yeah.
okay, so when you woke up, your body jolted, correct?
It's almost like it physically manifested. I landed on the bed.
Okay, so what you were also doing at that moment, because
Buddy
you're
said
having
that's my soul slamming back into my body, but
exactly. You are having the dream. I mean, as you have to look at it too, those dreams, when we have them, they seem so long. And as scientists would look at it and say, well, that was like 2 moments of time, but in dream state, that could seem like half an hour. But a lot of people don't realize, and I've had a different kind of weird thing going on. I've had it happen where, and I'm not sure now because I will go online. I would wake up and I could swear I'm waking up because I'm feeling an earthquake. I'm waking up to underneath, and I'm like, okay, is this on the Richter scale? Is this something, whatever? Because normally I don't have a problem. When I go out somewhere, I come back in, no problems. But a lot of people that don't realize what's going on will wake up and they will feel like they can't move, or they come back in and they struggle to come back in and they get that jolt effect kind of thing. But it's just the way your body's transitioning, coming back in from where you just were. That's all it is. So you're having your dream, you're falling. At the same time,
you go to bed at
now
night,
waking up, and you're waking up in that jolt because your energy body just went back in. But it went back in such a fast way that you went, whoa, and it jolted you awake.
Yeah.
We go out there all the time when we're dreaming or when we're sleeping, I'm telling you.
And I've talked to him a few about it. He used to study a lot of weird things, and he's like, "You sound to me like a dream traveler or something," because he said you dealt with druids, you have an issue with falling, you've been tortured. And I've always said they were a bunch of them. This is when a bunch of them was into Wicca and stuff in the '90s, and I knew a lot of people that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said that your doubt is so deep with any of this stuff that they said your aura is just a big shield block around you.
Mm-hmm. So chances are you've had spiritual awareness in past lives already, kind of thing, right?
Listen, before you go to bed at night, Chuck, practice making sure that your golden thread, your tether, is securely intact before you go to sleep. Yes, I am. Thank you, Lisa.
What? Stupidity. And my wife's over here, Jesus Christ, over movies, how stupid they are anymore. Since I've been awake for a while with a lot of this stuff, and I've opened her eyes to a lot of stuff. She's even noticing how ignorant new movies think people are anymore.
Yeah.
Even the older movies, you're like, you can't possibly be that fucking dumb. If you're running for something, you're half a mile away, you stumble. Why in the hell are you going to fucking scream? Excuse my French.
Yep.
Here, there was actually something. It was on a. Can't remember what episode and what season, but it was kind of funny. It was on one of Bob's Burgers, and who was it? I'm trying to remember. Something about going to Hollywood, dying and going to Hollywood, or dying, going to heaven, and it being like Hollywood.
I don't remember.
And then Tina said something, and but the reference is that the show is over, wake up.
Yeah, it's just crazy. A lot of it is.
I don't know what year. Like I said, I can't remember what episode or season, so that would give us the year. But it's really kind of funny that we're seeing little things in certain TV episodes or cartoons or sitcoms that it's kind of funny. It's like, have they been trying to say something this whole time and nobody's paying attention?
Exactly. They've been doing it to rub it in our faces.
At the same time.
Calling us
Yeah.
Reality perception wakes up.
Yeah. Because the things that we do know, we've seen in movies. We pretty much live what we see in the movie. To an extent.
You doing okay, Anna?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, the dream that I had was a reoccurring dream that I have. It used
That's the
to
one
be
you mentioned before when we got talking about dreams.
No,
Okay.
the one that I have every now and then is this guy's on top of me and he's stabbing me. And I can see him plain as day. And the first time that I ever had the dream, it was so vivid that even when I opened my eyes and sat up in bed, I could still see him. He has a wide striped blue and white shirt on. And that's,
You really know.
I just always wake up with that guy on top of me doing that.
That definitely sounds past life. Probably the very last one too. And the reason, okay, so just to kind of give you guys a tidbit on this, I had an unusual experience. I mean, I believe in all this, whatever. I ended up having a weird connection with somebody that I was working with, random job. And at one point, when he put his hand on my shoulder, it was like an electric energy kind of running through him. It was really weird. And when I went to go talk to this lady psychic that I've known for over a decade, I found out he was a husband of mine, and we died in a fire in 1917. I was just like, wow. And I don't know what it was with this person. I just felt so connected to. I just like. Why do I feel like we got along so well? Finished each other's sentence. It was just really. We're talking total age difference. Like, just it was weird the way it clicked. So I do believe that certain groups of people come back in certain groups in certain ways because of karmic resolution. So Anna,
Yeah.
you're somehow having that dream with this person because somehow I wonder if that person's around you right now.
I don't know.
Do you have anybody that
I'll tell you what, I feel like someone was sitting on my legs.
do you has there been anybody abusive in your life?
There's
That
been
you were
abuse
afraid of?
since I was little kid, but no, I'm not afraid of anybody anymore.
Nobody you would ever
I
fear your
actually hardly have any fear of anything. I've been shot at, and I freaking didn't even. All I
so
did is get.
nobody in your life you've ever feared for your life with, whether it being relatives, boyfriend, husband, no, you've never had anybody around you that you would go, oh my God, he's going to kill me.
Oh, when I was little, my mom's boyfriend that used to beat us up, he like threw my brother into the wall, and my brother went right through the drywall head first and stuff like that. And when I was growing up, he was still in prison and actually found my address out when I was married and wrote me a letter and was threatening me, my family, and my mom and stuff. So I just sent a copy of it back to the prison guard or the prison warden, and that didn't go over so well, so he never got out.
Interesting. Here's my suggestion. When you're going to bed, put a prayer in and forgive this person. Whatever the actions were, whatever, just say you want to let it go. You forgive whatever it was that happened in the past. The past is the past, and to let it go. And see if that helps stop the dreams.
That's
Because
probably
a
a
lot
good
of our
idea.
issues are forgiveness. We all do things in every life that we go, crap, what'd I do that for? Why to do this? Why to do that? We come back again. We try to fix this with this person. We try to fix this with that person. We're always trying to better ourselves, trying to be more godlike. So when there's
that'll
big
probably work
issues,
too.
yeah. So
Yeah, because
forgiveness
I
is so powerful.
my aunt or my uncle that did some bad shit to me when I was a little girl. When I finally forgave him and prayed about it and stuff, yeah, those dreams stopped.
And it lets go of the anger inside of yourself. Forgive, like I'm
That's
sure Pat
the guy that I'm
said
talking
too.
about that did that stuff to us when we were kids. That's the guy that I told you about. I'm not the ankle biter, I'm the knee biter. If you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I bit him in the knee really hard as a kid. I mean, I damaged his kneecap. That's how hard I bit him. I was trying to protect my little brother. Yeah, I'm one of these people that if I'm being attacked in such a way that I feel threatened, my whole everything, anything that's around me, anything I can grab, anything I can do, I use it all. But we'll get on to better subject than that.
I was gonna say, lover, a fighter, you're a lover and a biter.
Yes. And now I have no
some people like
peace to do
that.
I got to keep them dentures in, man.
Oh goodness. Anyways.
All right, I'll step down, you guys. You guys have a good night.
I love you.
We're gonna step down too.
Love you guys.
It's the hay. We got
I got into too deep a
Too
subject
tomorrow.
thing.
I was gonna
Take
say,
care,
it's
Rob.
last night
Oh no,
party
you're
for me.
fine.
No,
It's getting really late here.
Yep, 1:30.
Yep.
James
Yep.
kick my butt today.
Got to finish
Yeah.
the ceiling tomorrow and start
I've been
putting
playing around with music. That's what
ceiling
I've
and
been doing.
painting.
Are you the one that I heard in the background on that one show called Our Neck of the Woods where I heard the
No,
Yes.
no, no, not me. Nope.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you for
Have a
coming.
good
All
night.
right.
Love you
You guys
guys.
have a good night. Thank you,
Take
Bonnie.
care,
Thank
Chuck.
you, bye.
We'll talk to you guys
Take care.
later.
Take care,
Good night,
Mrs.
Jack.
Chuck.
Love you.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night.
Mrs. Badger.
See
Good
ya.
night.
Bye, everybody in chat. Lisa. And that
Thank
other
you
Anna
all
girl
for
in chat.
coming.
Good night.
Yeah. Come from quite the different life experience growing up.
Good
From one
night,
thing to
everybody
the
in
other.
chat.
Yep.
Big dramatic.
Yep.
Some dramatic,
yeah.
but things turned out for the better in the end.
You know, and that's what people really, really, really need to
I'm gonna
reflect on. We go through things to learn from them. It's sure there's so many things